And make sure you don't forget your customer number. Get making and good luck. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
Owning a strand of genuine gemstones is always exciting, but being able to use it in your handcrafted jewellery, then passing it on to its new owner with proof of its authenticity is even more incredible. Why not add one of our printed authenticity cards to your order and share that same feeling with your customers? You can also access online authenticity certificates for items you have previously ordered by looking at your order history on your account details. The certificate gives you valuable information about your purchase and is your guarantee of quality and peace of mind from Jewellery Maker.
Tune in on Tuesday for the launch of Patty McCourt's first ever DVD, Vintage in Bloom. Patty will guide you through how to make this fabulous statement necklace using seed beads. Learn new beading techniques, how to design flowers, floral bells and leaves. This DVD will take your seed beading to the next level. So, make sure you're tuned in this Tuesday at 2 p.m.
Did you know that when you book a Jewellery Maker workshop, you're given exclusive access to our Jewellery Maker shop? You can browse through special items and offers, be privy to selected discounts and deals that you can't get at any other time. Shop whilst you learn and grab yourself some amazing offers. For more information on workshops and available dates, contact our call centre.
Getting started with Jewellery Maker couldn't be easier. When you spend $4.95 with us, you'll get a free welcome pack which contains everything you need to get started, including step-by-step project cards and a DVD which will give you the chance to be able to create an arrangement of different items of jewellery. You'll also get a manual which will help to familiarise you with all the items you're going to be creating and all the tools you're going to need to do so. Plus you'll also get a free pack of tools. These will be everything you need to get started. Getting started with Jewellery Maker couldn't be easier, so why not give it a go today?
Owning a strand of genuine gemstones is always exciting, but being able to use it in your handcrafted jewellery, then passing it on to its new owner with proof of its authenticity is even more incredible. Why not add one of our printed authenticity cards to your order and share that same feeling with your customers? You can also access online authenticity certificates for items you have previously ordered by looking at your order history on your account details. The certificate gives you valuable information about your purchase and is your guarantee of quality and peace of mind from Jewellery Maker.
Buying with Jewellery Maker online couldn't be easier. Just head over to our website, JewelleryMaker.com, and click on the register link. Simply fill in the required fields and you can shop 24/7. You'll also be privy to a faster checkout and personalised offers. Jewellery Maker, your one-stop shop for all your jewellery making needs.
Christmas Ray! I know, I'm so excited. Hello, welcome to a Fab Late show with myself. No, I am not alone. She is here with me. It's Lucy. I don't do that for anyone else.
It's been so long,
I know,
hasn't it?
it's been
So
fab.
long.
It's been fab just to wait and have her here with us tonight for Christmas. And it is Christmas in a Claire McDonald style. We have got a relaunch of your incredible Christmas wreath, which is just outstanding. Even better if we turn the lights down later, it's going to flash lights. That was the bit I was so excited about. Can we do that now? Yes, please. Let's hope there's batteries in there. It's been up in the office for a little while.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I hope. Yeah.
Hang on.
They'll just. Oh, look.
Yay! Oh, hang on, let me move the DVD.
That is dark, isn't it? Oh.
Look at that. It is fabulous. Love, love, love it. So we've got the relaunch of your DVD. It's coming up at the end of this hour. This was our sort of big launch for Christmas, wasn't it? A good few weeks ago.
Yeah, it was a few weeks ago now. Yeah. Yeah.
And it is absolutely fabulous. So you've got the relaunch of the DVD for you. Claire's going to talk us all the way through it as well. So that's coming up at the end of this hour. Also tonight, Claire has worked her magic with some amazing kits, it has to be said. The first kit that we've got, which is, and this is and obviously, you know, you've got all of your reindeers. It's a very big sort of, if you're thinking about the connotation with that with Christmas, it is huge. But on the flip side of that, even if you're not looking at it from a Christmas perspective, as in the reindeers,
it's a good motif. Yeah, stag head.
I've got pillows at home which are like a soft kind of beige colour with sequin stags on them that I was given as a gift. I love them. They're in the bench in the kitchen. They're absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, really
it's
popular.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
It's in artwork, it's on blankets, it's on beddings. So that kind of stag, sort of the big antlers.
Yeah, it's a beautiful motif.
It's really lovely.
Yeah.
Just a bit like, you know, your foxes and your owls were kind of a couple of years ago. So it is, it's a massive, massive influence. So that's really exciting. And then we've got angels, which never go out of fashion or date for our second kit.
Yes.
Which is fab.
Beautiful kits.
Absolutely. There are different kind of colourways for our kits for you as well, which is exciting. So you'll get a chance to work with some different colourways, some different colour wires as well, which will be really, really exciting. So that's all coming up for us in an hour's time with Claire specifically. But we've also got, coming up in our 8 o'clock hour, we've got some fab, almost sort of festive themed, if you like, pendant charms to come your way. So we've got the crosses, we've got the stars, and we've got the crescent moons coming your way. So we're going to be seeing all of those coming through in the 8 o'clock hour. We've also got a few other wirework DVDs, which I know that Claire will kind of just sort of talk us through, coming your way tonight, in case you are with a little bit of a sort of, you know, sort of cheeky kind of Christmas feel to it, and so much more. Before we start, I've got to say a massive thank you to guest designer Joe for my poppy. Joe, it is beautiful. Thank you so, 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 so much. I'm wearing it. I haven't got a brooch back, but I have got a load of Swarovski pins sticking that in place. So thank you so, so much. We were
very clever, isn't she?
at that earlier, weren't we? I adore it. It's here. I've got it on, and I love it. So thank you so, 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 so much, my darling. Right, we're going to kick off the night. Now, I'm staying with Claire because she's got loads to say tonight. It's all wirework based as well. Lots and lots and lots of the work. And who else would you want, really, from your wirework hints and tips?
Ah, thanks.
That's very lady. We're starting off with number one. Excuse me. So, we start off with really high-end, gold-plated, cross-hatch bead slide. So you can see here, now I've got horrendous false nails on because I, in Spain, after a few gin and tonics, bit all my nails off. Back to biting my nails after 11 years of not.
Oh no.
What's that about? Exactly. So, so these are stuck on and they will pop off. So we've got the little box clasp here that we just pull back and then it all comes open. If you would like to try that, you're more than welcome to with your with your nails rather than mine.
So
that would be yeah.
Do I pull that bit there?
Mm-hmm. And then it slides. We've both got long nails. That's the problem with it.
Am I going that way?
That's it. Excuse it, it's budging.
It's going well, isn't it, so far?
This is a slide bead. So it comes in 2 parts, but neither of us can open it with our nails at this moment. Oh, there we go.
There we are.
Thank you, my darling.
I'm just wondering whether you could get, you know, like the small cup chain.
Yeah.
Wondering if you could slide that through. You know, the really small ones.
Yeah, the little with the gold.
Because you have both,
the gold coloured. That would be amazing.
Seed beads,
yeah, really nice. Very, very nice. It's very, very. It's one of those ones that it's incredibly substantial, isn't it?
That's a lovely detail,
Isn't
as well,
it
though.
gorgeous?
It's almost like a textile, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's beautiful. It's almost like the mesh that we do, isn't it? It almost looks like the ribbon mesh. It is absolutely gorgeous. Now again, with one of these, thinking about the size of it, how substantial that is, and what it's going to work with, you've got something there that is really, really going to be one of those sort of ones that grips and is very, very substantial in its own right. It's beautiful to look at as well. Using that even as a brooch even, it's one of those ones that sort of slides in place, locks in place quite securely, as you can see with our opposable thumbs and the problems that we had with our opposable thumbs there. But you can see that it is really quite substantial, quite weighty as well. It's 10mm by 29mm, just under £10, and it's one of those ones I think that when you get it home you'll be amazed at actually how sort of generous and how substantial it is. 0800 644 655. We're going to move on there too. Thank you, my darling. I'm going to move on then too. This is absolutely fab. Now, proper cute this is. Now, you're going to get this at a bit of a reduced price. Why? Because it's not Halloween anymore. So, this is little pumpkin slider charm. So I'm going to just show you the side profile so you can see whether it's the paracord, whether it's the leather, whether it's the chain that is going to pop through there. But what you've got is that little cheeky pumpkin, and it's just on that both sides as well, so you know that if it spins around on the bracelet, it's going to stay put, but it's solid stunning silver. Now, I did a series of pumpkin charms, pendants, and connectors for you on the run-up to Halloween. Really, really popular. Unfortunately, we've got a few left now for you, so it's going to go down lower in price, which is unfortunate for us, but amazing for you. $5.95. You've seen it at $7.95. Now I'm just going to show you the underneath as well, so you can see that that's a solid base. So it will sit nice and flat on the wrist, but also if you're thinking about the fact that you might have a Pandora bracelet as a charm bracelet, or a Camellia or a Karma charm bracelet, for example, or if you've got one of your sort of your leather bracelets going on, it's going to sit beautifully. You've got a gram weight of silver of 2.5 grams of solid stunning silver, and it's very cute, even though it's got the little pointy teeth. It is very cute though, isn't it?
You could put some cerulean in that as well, couldn't you? You could just sort of like roll a ball and then go through the big drill hole.
It would be nice actually if you could pop maybe almost the sort of the golden shadow colours of the Swarovski.
Or the tangerine that we do as well. That'd be really good.
You know what? I saw that for the first time just before I went
to gorgeous, isn't it?
Before I went over to Spain, and it was so vivid. It really, really was. That would look good. Almost as if you've got the candle burning inside. Which would be good. Do make sure that you're checking out and confirming as soon as you can. That is a reduced price from $7.95 to $5.95 for you tonight. 0800 644 655. Make sure you hold those lines. Well done. Okay. So, these are your magnetic clasps.
Ooh, I haven't seen these.
They're good, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're nice
I've
little
seen these for
barrel.
ages.
Really nice and neat. The magnets are really strong on these as well. So if you do wear a pacemaker, of course, remember you cannot wear these magnets if you've got a pacemaker. But you can see how strong they are. They find each other straight away, don't they?
Yeah.
It's quite a nice game to play.
Yes.
Yeah, I know. This has got, and I'll just show you the ends here before we show you the magnets. You can see, so this would act a little bit like your cord ends would. You know, where you're popping maybe your glue on the inside there and then setting your cord and setting whatever it is that you are attaching there. A little bit like your cord ends. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you how strong that magnet is, just so that you can see why it is important that we make that disclaimer about, of course, your your pacemaker. You ready? So it is nice and strong. You're getting 3 in the pack. They are 6mm magnetic clasps. Whenever we've had magnetic clasps, they are on and gone. They really
We don't see them, do we, very often?
Do you know what? It's
great.
been lovely to see them on the run up to Christmas, because it means that when people are doing their Christmas makes, they've got them in time for it, which has been really, really great to see. We had some solid stunning silver magnetic clasps for you just before the start of last week. They were on, they were gone. We had a bundle of magnetic clasps for you. I think they lasted, 78 went on the pre-order, and we only had 100, and literally they were gone in seconds. So when we bring you magnetic clasps at under £3,
wow,
it's a bit of a deal. It is a bit of a deal. It's one of those colourways as well, isn't it? As well, with our antique bronze wire, it works beautifully with the colours of the Essilon that we've got, if you're kumahimaing, of course. But you would need, wouldn't you, because of the way that they're finished, you would need, it's that moment where you get the E6000, isn't it? And pop it in there and then attach them as if you were working with your cord ends.
I think I would still, because they're not bright, are they? Quite discreet
No,
colour.
they are,
so I
indeed.
would still work with you know, your silver as well, and your gold if you wanted to, especially like your champagne gold. I think because I think they're quite discreet, aren't they?
They are
so
very, yeah.
You could, you know, I think use them with all
Whereas
metals.
some of them have been very decorative and almost to make a feature of them, as well as having the benefit
whereas
of
that
the magnet.
is purely for that, but it's also quite unisex as well.
Yeah,
it's quite,
definitely.
can be quite
they
masculine.
are definitely, and I think actually on leather bracelets and paracord, they could be brilliant, couldn't they? Because they're just so, maybe gents don't want kind of almost the fuss of a clasp.
Yeah.
So, you know, they might not. So, £2.95 on your screen. Make sure that you're checking out and confirming as soon as you possibly can. Numbers on your screen. You've got a 30-day money-back guarantee, and of course under £3 the entire day's shipping and handling charge. Well done. Going to move on then to... Now, have you been to my Facebook page tonight? So, my Facebook page tonight, I shared 2 photographs that I took of a jeweller's over in Spain just this last week. And the reason I took it is because they were pearl specialists, and they had some amazing South Sea pearls in there. They had incredible Tahitian pearls. They had biwa, they had keishi. But at the front window, and I'll just show, in fact, let me grab it because I'm going to just show, if I just show Claire what I'm talking about. And then if Claire can, I don't know if you'll be able to see the prices, but so when and I'll show you as well down the camera lens in a sec. So you can see these are potato pearls. Some of them are enhanced colours. You can see rows and rows and rows of them. Potato pearls, baroque pearls. So I'll just quickly show you those 2 photos. But they are all literally laid out in the window of this sort of pearl specialist over in Spain. Now, the reason I took the photograph is because I thought, wow, look at all these colours, they look amazing, look at all those pearls. And then literally my face, because this was per strand, so they were just like we bring them to you, like I'm about to show you. They're just like this, that you have that strand, just like this, literally. And you were looking at €95 in some cases just for the strand. Now, it is your chance to see how amazing our deals are for your potato pearls and your freshwater cultured pearls. They're big as well, aren't they?
They really are. And I think Fleur's DVD, that's coming soon. I don't know when that...
Oh, is that the pearl knotting?
Yeah, pearl knotting. So, I mean, I don't know, stock up.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. I will be having that DVD.
I think everyone will be having that DVD.
Oh my goodness me, how long have we waited for that?
Because it's such a, it's a brilliant skill to have, so...
Amazing.
And our pearls are so good, aren't they?
Well, we just have such a variation. That's what's so gorgeous about it. And that's what kind of drew me to the shop, actually, over in Spain. Because, you know, I have a nose in all the jewellers, but that's what drew me, because they were pearl specialists, and you could see all these colours, and they were beautifully sort of graduated in their colour scheme in the window. So they clearly had taken pride and, you know, treated the pearls with respect in the way that they laid them all out. So I was like looking at them. They were baroque pearls, they were biwa, they were keishi, they were satin pearls, baroque pearls. So very much like what we've got here with the satin rings. But they weren't our prices. And they certainly weren't anywhere near that deal on your screen for this sort of size. You have got a stunning £11.95 for 10 to 8 millimetres in size, 38 centimetre strand. Really big. They're almost an antique ivory, aren't they? They've got a little bit of a hint of soft gold to them.
I'm seeing like a nice pinky silk. I think.
From your angle.
Yeah, I think that's what I think would look beautiful with them.
They are gorgeous. They are. Hello to Deborah, who says, Ray. Any lilac and mint coloured wire this evening? Speaking of, Claire has the hairdressing unicorn had a visit. It looks really good, doesn't it?
Oh, thank you.
It does. It is rose gold hair. It's fab. It is fab.
Thank you.
Yes, there is coloured wire tonight. We have this coming up for you in a little while.
It's a fabulous colour, isn't it?
Isn't it? That just looks like Cadbury wrapper purple, doesn't it?
It does. It does.
Sugar-free and booze-free now I'm back from my holiday, so it's on the way.
Oh, you've been very good, are you?
Yeah,
Oh,
I am. 28 days, sugar-free and booze-free for 28 days. Yeah, part of, it's got to be done,
You're in a very good mood then, that's very impressive. Very impressive.
I am in a good mood. I am. Talk to me about 3 days' time. Right, these are fab.
Oh.
They are amazing, aren't they?
See, they would look beautiful with that
they
purple
really
wire.
would. Yeah.
All of the wires,
Yeah,
but
they
yeah,
would.
especially with that.
I love that sort of double aspect that you get to these as well. It looks rutilated on the one side and like amazing sort of mystic topaz on the other. Dazzling colour. Look at the colours coming out of those. These are your Aurora Borealis crystal bicones. 6mm, 48 in the pack. Decent drill hole size. That's what's so exciting about the Swarovskis, is that you know your different mediums are going to just go through them so easy, don't you?
Absolutely, and especially with you know, if you're doing for wire work, and I know it's the same with beading, but if you've got, you know it's uniform, you know you've got a good drill hole, it just makes everything so much easier. But anything that you pick up, like say the Christmas wreath, you just put a few of those in, you know, that would really catch the light, or any of the kits that, you know, they go beautifully with them.
Definitely. I think as well is that the fact, because they have that kind of neutral colour, that the crystal, the Aurora Borealis colour is a neutral. There's no kind of base colour to it. It twinkles. It is very much the Swarovski prism of light that kind of comes through all of that. It does go with absolutely everything. It would look amazing with a purple wire though, because that purple wire would just pick up some of those magentas, wouldn't it?
Absolutely, and there's we'll talk through a little bit later. There's like a technique with the one of the tools that you've got coming up as well. So that, like the crinkler tool, and so the bicones sit perfectly, sit so well in that in the wire crinkler. You know, the effects that tool will give you. That's brilliant, because they're sizable ones, aren't they? I haven't seen
These
those
are
for a bit,
the
yeah.
6mm, and we normally see the 3 or the 4, don't we? £6.95 for a pack of 48 of those, and of course with your Christmas makes, everybody wants a bit of sparkle. 0800 644 655, number that you need to be dialing, of course. You've got a pack of 48 of these. That's what's really important. Normally, of course, you'd get them in packs of 12, so that's a double pack for you at £6.95. 0800 644 655. Hi to Sandra, hi to Bernice, hi to collectors in Gloucestershire, hi to Linda in Surrey, hello to anonymous collectors. Lovely to see you tonight. Those of you on the phone lines, hit your button ones. Chance for you to grab some amazing deals with this tonight on genuine gemstones and a whole lot of Swarovski sparkle tonight. So we are kind of looking at both worlds. They are gorge. Oop, hang on, I'm checking them everywhere. Right, we're going to move on to... We can indeed. We've got some more sparkle coming your way. Oh, we were just talking about these. Golden Shadow.
Ooh.
It is one of the most sophisticated colourways that you're going to get from Swarovski, the Golden Shadow. Certainly one of the most sophisticated colourways that we do, because it is the most gorgeous champagne colour, isn't it? It's when you pop that cork and start pouring it into the flute, and all those bubbles start fizzing up. Absolutely gorgeous golden champagne sparkle from it. It's like the finest imperial topaz or the sort of the finest beautiful citrines, isn't it?
It is, and they, with the champagne gold wire, it would look beautiful.
Yeah, it really
but then
would.
also with the pearl wire as well. I think
I'm going to just grab the champagne one because it is one
They're
of the
perfect match, aren't they?
It's one of the most complimentary ones that you're going to get with it. It really is. Absolutely gorgeous. $6.95, we're price matching that for you this evening. Do make sure that you're checking out $6.95. You've got your 48 pack 6mm golden shadow bicone beads. Again, everything that Claire was just saying about the Aurora Borealis crystal absolutely stands with this pack as well. And again, normally in a 12 pack, you've got them for 48. We normally only do them in the 48 quantity in kits. So take advantage of the fact that we've done them for you in a double pack outside of a kit. Because normally it's about 12 in a pack, but normally in kits we double them up for you. So well done. Make sure you're holding those lines. Stay where you are. I'm going to pop these back in there. Now we've got a little cheeky star buy coming your way next. Just keeping in mind that at the end of this hour, we've got for you the relaunch of Claire's quite outstanding Christmas wreath DVD, which Claire will talk us all the way through. But right now, I've got some amazing pearls, the big star buy. Look at the size of these.
They're fabulous, aren't they? So beautiful.
When I see these, I think of Katie Reid, guest designer Katie Reid. The reason being is the last couple of occasions that she's been here on the Late Show, she's worn earrings with them, or a necklace with them, or a bracelet in. They are noticeable. They are really. Look at the colours.
That's like a beautiful leaf, isn't it, or a petal? That's gorgeous. The colours are wonderful.
Radiance that you get off these is quite outstanding. Gold, pink, mauve, little hint of turquoise coming through there. Big sizes, really big sizes.
I mean, they look beautiful like that, but like you said with Katie, you know, if she separated them out, you know, they're standalone, aren't they? Standalone pieces.
I think in the necklace, I'm just trying to remember. I've slept since then and drunk a lot of sangria. So I think she's spaced them out, kind of with some spacer beads, but then they're just singular drops. They are the last 9 strands. That's it. That's how incredibly popular these have been. Could you, and just out of interest, one of these works as a ring. Now, obviously, I'm thinking of the wire wrapping.
Yeah, it'd be great for that because you've got it's got a big surface area, hasn't it? But not lots of depth, so it would be totally wearable. But have you ever seen where you mix pearls like that with cerulean? Have you ever seen?
I've only ever seen cerulean once in action, so I really do need
we'll
kind
have
of
to see if we can do a cerulean kit because it's such a wonderful medium and you know
with pearls.
Yeah, because you can just because the cerulean it will just adhere to anything, so you just use that as a base, and especially if you've got AB sort of the crystals that go onto it, it's a lovely look, really lovely look.
I'd be really interested to see that. I've only ever seen it really. In fact, it was with Katie as part of a kit that we had with, in fact, and then and just with a little bit of the sparkle from the Swarovskis. But I've kind of really didn't realise that you could kind of stick it to anything.
Yeah, you can go quite sort of like, you know, freehand with it. You don't have to sort of stick to, you know, just bezels and things. So you can just sort of really make it very, very organic and just follow the
Well, that would be nice shape. Because you're following the flow and the shape, aren't you? We're down to the last 7 now. And again, I I cannot impress upon you enough. They are the final 9 strands out of an outstanding deal of the day that we had for you not that long ago, and the final 9 strands, and that's it. There's nothing else like that in our warehouse, and I'm sure you can appreciate why. You can see the size of them, you can see the iridescence of them, you can see the natural colours coming through, you can see that amazing radiance. And the size of them, just as Claire was just saying that, you have got a really substantial surface area with them. When they catch the light, literally gleam. Last 5. Collected in Somerset, Gloucestershire, collectors in Cheshire, anonymous collectors, well done indeed. Natural metallic colours. The lavenders are really, really striking. The golds are unusual. I'll explain to you why the golds are unusual, because in freshwater cultured pearls, you normally don't see a gold. And the reason you don't is because that's why golden South Sea pearls are so rare, because of the natural golden colour that the Pictada maxima creates. So it's incredibly unusual to get that natural golden colour in a freshwater Baroque pearl. The radiance on them is amazing though, isn't it?
That one's almost like a conch
shell.
shell, yeah, isn't it? If you turned it the other way, so you know on some of the lovely long chains that we have, I would have it so going so coming down like that.
Lovely idea.
And I'd almost be tempted to get, you know, like one of our smaller little like seed pearls and have that in there. That's beautiful.
Really lovely idea.
Gorgeous shape.
The surface area, and like you were saying, because it's so large, there's so much light reflecting off the surface of them, bouncing away. I mean, that one literally can. I understand why we're saying metallic, but metallic for me almost makes them sound as if they're enhanced a little bit. You know, like a metallic coating, and that is not the case. That is not the case. Collectors in Warwickshire, well done. Tina, you've checked out, my darling, well done indeed to you. For those of you on the phone line, take your button 1. We've got 2 strands left. I'm going to leave them there for you. Please do make sure that you are checking out on those last 2. Really lovely, aren't they?
They are gorgeous.
Really fab. Well done on those. Really big well done on those. The thing is, when you have a last chance opportunity like that, you've got to grab them when you can. Now, coming up in about 15 minutes' time, Claire's going to talk us through, because this is, so this was a few weeks ago now when we kind of properly launched Christmas. And this, all of our guest designers had projects to kind of build, design and work on. And this was your baby, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
It is absolutely fun. Now, last year, I just kind of dipped in and out a few shows this time last year. And I remember sitting at home going, right, I've been out of Jewellery Maker for a good 4 or 5 years now. I need to get back into it. Sat at home and I watched all. I was at home and I was entranced. We've come a long way in the last 4 or 5 years. We weren't doing anything like this 4 or 5 years ago. So that was my my sort of invitation back, if you like, was all the Christmas stuff, and it was fab, absolutely fab. So this year, you've gone florals, and the Christmas lights, that was it. I mean, we were talking, I remember you saying, mine's got Christmas lights.
I know, which is really wonderful to have, really, really wonderful to have. I mean, it's great because you've got in the one project, that's why I love the DVDs, because you can have little bits of everything. So you've got your seed bead details, you know, a little bit of like the sheet metal, the wire work. Just lots and lots of different elements, different parts of the project.
What I love about it as well is that the premise there is of that kind of that festive event and Christmas. However, if you start looking at weddings and christenings and birthdays, and almost friends of mine had the most amazing bridal shower recently, bridal shower hen do, but it was very much everybody went glamping. They decorated the tent with beautiful wreaths and sort of jam jars, quite rustic, and it was amazing to see, and that could definitely, different colourways even be incorporated into sort of events like that as well.
But I think that's what's really good, isn't it, with jewellery makers, that they'll see their own sort of version in it. So
definitely.
You sort of like plant the seed and then it goes.
Well,
goes
we are going to make sure that you have firmly planted yours when we're talking about this in about 15 minutes time, if that's all right, my lovely.
Yeah, brilliant.
Smash him. There is indeed. Now, this is really unusual to get such a continuation of colour in a mookaite strand. Normally, mookaite is I'm going to use the word jumble, but in a really lovely way. It's a jumble of berries and mulberries and tawny colours and sort of creams. This final 8 strands of your mookaite puffy coins. I've never seen a strand where there's so much continuation and kind of unity of colour in a mookaite strand before.
I'm really drawn to that one as well, though. That's what I love about mookaite. You can get lost, can't you, in the different...
Definitely. That looks like a raspberry ripple. It's gorgeous. Really lovely
It's a
tones.
lovely shape too.
We've got the last 8. $7.95. Flying out the door, as you can imagine. It's not often that we get a chance to see those gorgeous ones. All those lovely colours running through it. It's flying out the door. Not surprisingly, people are multi-buying as well. So please don't think, oh right, you've got 7 left. That's okay. You need to be quick. 0800 644 655. Hold those lines. Make sure you're checking out. Well done. Well done. We're going to move on then to. So this is last stock. Now you're going to get this at an even lower price point. Very, very, very much lower price point than the price that you will have had before. It's a bit scary for Christmas, isn't it? Don't we think that's a little bit scary? We've got this is the pendant. We had a connector for you, which had a double end connector, of course. This is the pendant. I love the fact that it's got the amber locked inside of it. 3 spheres of amber encased in your pumpkin. Now, bearing in mind, you're going to get a reduced price point, of course. Halloween has been and gone. Even now, fireworks night has been and gone. That means we are on the home straight, ready for Christmas.
I love that you've got that movement.
It's nice, isn't it?
Yeah,
really nice.
You would just, again, that'd be a long chain. I'd put that on a long chain, and you'd be constantly playing with it, wouldn't you?
Well, you'd just literally have the simple jump ring going through there, wouldn't we?
Yeah.
And then just dropping down. And again, it might not be because it has got a little bit of a scary face, a little bit. But Thanksgiving's coming around as well for the States. They've still got Thanksgiving. In America, they've still got Thanksgiving. Make sure that you're checking out. Reduced price for you. Well done. Make sure you check it out. I didn't see what the reduced price was. Sorry. 13. Fabulous. Fab. Make sure you're checking out. We have got Swarovski near the T-bar. Oh, can I just show? Oh, let me just show Claire this. How fab is that?
Oh, I love this one.
Isn't that gorgeous?
Yeah, it's beautiful.
This is tonight's showstopper.
It's gorgeous.
It is a beautiful big heart.
I've worked
massive
with this
size
heart
drill
is
hole going through
beautiful
there.
to work with. Really lovely to work with.
What did you work with it with?
I did sort of a woven cage almost around it, made a pendant, but it's because it's beautiful to because you've got that sort of asymmetric shape, so it's lovely to lovely to follow.
I love it. Do you know what? That would look amazing. Pinch bail, long chain, gone.
Yeah,
sorted. As a gift, I think that would be incredible. God, can you imagine? I'm not being funny, right? If you look at the prices in the Swarovski shops for just something like that as a pendant, and it is genuine Swarovski, I think you're going to be genuinely delighted a little later on. I've dropped all the DVDs. Hang on a minute. You just can't get the stuff. Right, cracking on with... Oh, yeah, I've got them. They're here. So we had the bicones for you earlier.
Ooh, these are lovely.
And these are a nice big size, actually. And again, they've still got that half coating. So you've got half the side that looks rutilated, half the size that is faceted and looks like sort of mystic topaz. 12 in a pack. 8mm round beads, perfect drill hole. You can see how substantial that is. That's the Crystal Aurora Borealis half coating on the round beads. 12 pack that you've got 8mm. And you can see, so Claire's just popped one onto a pin very quickly.
It's lovely to have the round.
Yeah, it is. It's lovely to see all those colours as well, just spinning. They look great.
Gorgeous, yeah. Really lovely.
So that's the facet where you've got the coating, and if Claire just spins that around again, the other side almost appears like rutilated quartz slightly. Can you see when you're just looking at it? It's got that lovely, and that's because of the drill hole. So you can see it's almost linear. Really, really cleverly done. Look at that. We've just got a message in. What time is the Swarovski heart coming up? About 9:45. It's the showstopper. It's the one that stops the whole of the late show in its tracks, and we'll go to bed, or you watch the repeat. It's up to you. It's up to you. Please do make sure that you are checking out there. £5.95. They're a big size for that price, aren't they?
They are. I mean, they could be beautiful earrings, couldn't they? Just on the head pin. That'd be gorgeous.
Absolutely. One of those just on your sort of style wish bracelets as well that you wear.
Beautiful.
It's lovely. Really, really nice. I love the sparkle. The Aurora Borealis crystal Swarovski. It is the most popular that they do. The most popular. It's what is, you know, if in the Swarovski series of crystal animals, it's what's used in the Swarovski. They do indeed. My dad was being married twice, divorced twice. So she was my stepmom, but she's not anymore. But my ex-stepmom, does that sound right? That doesn't sound right.
Right.
Well, anyway,
So, yeah.
lovely lady, Julia. Her mum, when I was younger, used to collect Swarovski animals. And there were hedgehogs and squirrels and foxes and all sorts on the shelf. And as a kid, as a young kid, when the light came in the room, the rainbows that would cascade across it were amazing. Really, really amazing, to be fair. But I never realised that was Swarovski, because obviously you don't when you're little. But now you kind of go, that's what it was. They were weighty little things
Yeah,
as well.
I've got a couple. I've definitely got a little chick, and I think a hedgehog. That now that you said.
Well, all those peaks on the hedgehog, when the light used to come through, it literally used to dance.
Yeah,
It was mesmerising, absolutely mesmerising. Anyway, we digress. £5.95 on your screen. We haven't got any Swarovski animals, I'm afraid, but we do have a Swarovski heart for you at about 9:45 tonight. So please don't miss out. Now, we've got the DVD coming up now. Relaunch of Claire's DVD. And Claire's going to talk us kind of through that as you're coming in. Any questions that you may have, by the way, about the DVD and about the wreath, please wing them into us quickly as you can, because we're going to take you through this as a bit of a cheeky start by. So a few weeks ago, all of our guest designers during Christmas week, we asked all of them to come up with ideas in advance and what components they would need for a Christmas project. And so if you remember when Joe was with me, guest designer Joe, the reason I had this poppy, of course, is because Joe was making the table wreath with all of those beautiful
Oh yeah, it was
French
gorgeous,
beaded
yeah.
flowers, which is why I got the poppy of the same sort of design. And your sort of masterpiece, if you like, for Christmas week is this just outstanding. I'm just looking at the level of coiling you have done in it.
I know. Well, we obviously with the wreath, you want that sort of to bulk, don't you? You want to, you know, so that it looks like it's got some depth to it. So it's really, it's a good project, because you work with, you can work with a lot of wire work tools, and it's actually quite simple to do once you break it down.
Okay, so well, I'll tell you what, let's go through the DVD that we've got here. So you get your introduction, then you talk about how you've created the base.
Yes,
So kind of talk us through, because the base, if you can, oh, here we go, look, sweetheart. So this is just like a quick kind of snapshot of how you put it together. So this is sort of little snippets of good things to come on the DVD, of how you've kind of
So
put
it's almost like, it's like creating, almost like a recipe, really. And so you've got your different parts of your recipe, and so you make all your different components, and then the final bit is obviously how you then put it together. But yeah, so we start off with how we create the coils and the base.
So what millimetre have you got as the base?
I think I've got two. So I've got, if you can have a look through, I don't know if you can sort of like see through it. You've got like the silver coils, so that's a 1mm. Yeah, and then inside you've got
this gold
gold.
colour.
Yeah, you've got the gold 1mm as well. So the same gauge wire, but we work differently with them. So one is one's gizmo coiling, and one is just sort of twisting and forming.
Okay, so you've got 1mm forming the base, and then you've got the 1mm which is coiled, which again adds to that structure with this.
Yeah.
And then obviously we've got then the garland, bead flowers, wirework flowers, holly berries and leaves, which are fab, by the way. They are gorgeous. I know we saw a little snippet of that in the...
And I am no seed beader at all, so, you know, this very, very simple, beading techniques.
Okay.
But I think if you know, because you're using, if you know, real like lovely jewel colours, they stand out very, very well.
Size 6s?
I'm that much of a beader, I have absolutely no idea.
They look like a size 6 to me. So I'm assuming that they are a size 6 in the main that you've got there. And then you've got some beautiful, beautiful Swarovskis going through there as well.
Yeah, some really nice different Swarovskis.
So what's this component here? What's the...
so that is...
the metallic flower.
Yes, it's like, you know, the embossing. Have you ever seen the embossing foil that we do? So it's a little bit like a very, very fine copper sheet.
Okay.
So you can cut that out with your scissors or your shears. But we obviously go through how to make the shape.
Yeah.
And you can work that medium in lots of different ways. So I've put a little bit of heat on it, so it's sort of given it that. Can you see that sort of that iridescence there? So yeah, I mean, there's lots and lots of different techniques, and then you go on to, you know, the other sorts of flowers that you've got. So you've got your beaded flowers, but then you also incorporate that with, if you can see, sort of like the gold. Almost the gold leaves.
Yeah, so almost like a support.
Yeah,
so it's like a star lily almost underneath, isn't it?
Or like a passion flower as well. It's so to create that bit, it's similar techniques to how you would you create the structure in the same way as you do with this larger woven, the woven flowers. It's how you then sort of fill in that area. So, you know, it sort of teaches you quite a bit really. And the flowers, you know, well, I use the flower design in
a lot of
yeah,
absolutely. And then it says at the end, obviously, the last section of it is assembling the wreath. So you kind of show, so it's making the components, once you've got your structure, you've made your components, how to piece it together.
Yeah, so you talk a little bit about how to secure everything, but it's also weighting it as well, because it's not going to be a piece of jewellery. So it'll actually hang somewhere. Now this is actually it is upside down. The bow should be at the bottom, but because when we've like put it on, so we pick out like some larger pieces and we try and get them so that they're sort of sitting, so it's like aesthetically pleasing really. So we look at how to weight it and also how to hide the lights, because if you work with the lights as well.
I was about to say, because we've there we go, hang on.
But
there we go. So we can.
But that's if you have a little thing. So when you make everything, can we talk about that as well? And so what I do sometimes is I might position everything on, take a little photo, take them all the bits off again so I don't secure anything, have another go, have another go and see what it looks like. But if you do that quite properly, you can, you know, it can sit anywhere you want it.
Definitely. I mean, a huge response to this, of course, when we did launch it. I'm just going to take, how long did it take to make the whole thing? We've got a question coming in.
Well, it depends how, if you sit and you do it all in one go, I mean, you would, you know, it'd take you, I'd say if you sat and you worked non-stop, you'd do it in a day. I mean, there was there's a lovely viewer who I love to bits, Christine, and she had an entry on, I think it was on today's Wall of Fame, and she's had a go at it, and you know, it's
wow.
beautiful results, and you know, like makes you feel really. I was really touched.
I bet there are so many people who will not just for Christmas, but give this a go as an adornment for the home or as a gift idea for somebody. I think if you're moving, I've got the lights on. Chuck those lights down, Ben. Chuck those lights down. Yay! Look at that. I love it though. Now, if I just stand here, that's better, because then you're not getting the effect of the lights behind us. It's so pretty. It really, really is. Now, I'm going to spin this. Please say the lights go back up now, Ben. Yeah! I'm going to spin it round and show you then. So the lights, of course, were available, but you could use, and I'm going to say, you could go to IKEA, you could go to, you know, your what's it called, Wilco's. You could go to your Home Bargains and you could find battery pack Christmas lights, can't you? They've got them everywhere. If you go to IKEA, they've got them in all sorts of colours as well. But you can literally then just, it doesn't have to be the ones that we introduced.
No, you absolutely you can. But then we talk about that on the DVD as well, sort of, because that coil effect is really great for, because you can just sort of still pull it out and just slot the lights back in. And again, that's about the weighting as well. So you can see that that's what I'm doing.
It is beautifully weighty, though. I have to say, it's one of those ones that when that goes up and it goes up on the wall, you know, you will need.
It's substantial, isn't it?
To, you know, and what's lovely is that even a hook would disappear into that wire work, and you wouldn't even see how it's suspended. It's $4.95. It is $4.95 for Claire's DVD, and I really think if your daughter or if your son or somebody close to you is getting married next year and you're looking for something really individual, really unique, find out what their wedding colourways are, and to make something like this that they could keep, and it might be that it's hung above their gift table at the wedding, for example, or hung maybe at the sort of, you know, on top table amongst the flowers or something, or behind maybe the bride and groom where they've, you know, if they just lovely ideas.
And we combine it as well with on the show when it was launched, so a lot of wire writing, because then you can, you know, you personalise it then. So whether that's your, you know, your Christmas messages, or you know, if you did do it, say bridal, you know, you do your bride and groom or whoever's getting married.
They are gorgeous. Absolutely beautiful. Really love that.
But it will go very well. It would go very nicely with, I've got a new DVD on Thursday.
Self-plugging, we like it. Carry on.
Yeah.
What's
so
the
it's
DVD?
an elf. It's a Christmas elf.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it a little bit like your?
It's like a little friend for the Nutcracker. So it's
How
like the Nutcracker's little brother.
That's amazing.
So, yeah.
When does that come out?
I think it's 10 o'clock on Thursday. Hopefully there will be a little ad for it. Hopefully.
Fab. And are you then showing? Is that coming into the show as well? The little elf that you've made.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
So exciting. So exciting. Please do make sure that you are checking out and confirming as soon as you can. Now, I'm going to, do you know what, I'm going to give you that. Yeah, because you can pin it while I'm showing. So, we're staying with the Christmas theme, of course.
Oh, I
now,
love this.
This was Gemma's, oh, Christmas tree, oh, Christmas tree.
It's so clever.
It is so clever, and I have seen in New York, in big department stores in New York, similar things like this are nowhere near as detailed or as intricate or as pretty. It's so pretty. I love it. So, footage from this DVD with lovely Gemma Crow, of course. So you have creating the tiers, creating the base, creating the core, creating the tree topper, and then how to decorate the tree. What I love, look at that combination of Swarovskis, the Siam Swarovskis, and the pearls. So this is all footage from the DVD, and obviously each of our DVDs, when it's a single DVD like this, the whole CD is approximately, not dead on an hour, but approximately an hour's length. And this was Gemma's creation for us on Christmas, well, the last Christmas week. So are you all having a second bout of Christmas?
But I think, yes, I think we are. I think quite a few of us are. So this one was so popular, you know, so good, so that it was last year and this year. So it was relaunched again. Absolutely. So, you know, it's a fabulous DVD.
It's one of those ones that are new. So if you think about people who weren't with us last year for Christmas, so for example, when I was sat at home watching the Nutcracker being created, the Nutcracker soldier being created, I was just like at home, jaw dropped, you know. But I can imagine that there are so many customers that kind of joined us maybe the same time last year, maybe found that a little bit overwhelming, and then this year they're like, no, bring it on with the wire
yeah,
work.
for the
I'm
challenge,
ready.
yeah, definitely.
And it's lovely because you stop it, you start it, and then of course you just, you know, you start off where you left off, you can rewind it, you go back to it. As you said, if you wanted to start it and go at it non-stop, it might take you, you know, 4, 5, 6 hours one day, a good 4, 5, 6 hours the next day. But you could come back to it in stages because you've got the DVD at home.
Absolutely, yeah. And I think that's especially if you're going to embark on, you know, quite an in-depth project. It's a safety net, isn't it? So it's you know that you can always go back to it. Always, just like you say, just re-watch it. Go if there's any bits that you're not too sure about. Just to pause it, go back. So it's always there.
Definitely. $4.95 for the Wirework Christmas Tree DVD from us here at Jewellery Maker. And of course, if you've already got Claire's Christmas wreath in your basket for the DVD, you're just adding this one to your order. You're not paying any extra postage and packaging, of course, because we only charge $2.95 for the entire day's postage and packaging. And of course, let's not forget as well, you've got a 30-day money-back guarantee with us here at Jewellery Maker with absolutely everything. So please do make sure that you are checking out and confirming as soon as you can. So that was Claire's this year's Christmas wreath, but she's got another one coming out on Thursday, which is the Naughty Christmas Elf. Looking forward to that very, very much. Have you not got photos? I've not even seen that yet.
I'll have to try and see. I'll find out because I thought it was on the system. I'll have a little look.
We would like to see that. Is it like, see, all I can think of now is, Senna, I know him! I'm just picturing Will Ferrell. No, in Elf, of course. So don't eat the chewing gum. It's all yours. Please do make sure that you're checking out $4.95. Now, we do have a few more DVDs for you. So we've got Claire's Sarah Loon DVD. Hang on, no, that was not that one. Oh, it's down here, sorry. It's down here. So we've got Claire's Sarah Loon DVD. Now then, talk us through this one.
I love doing this. It was because it was
so pretty.
A brand new medium for me. And so it's really good to go right from the basics, and it's such an easy medium.
Amazing.
So it's fabulous.
Mixing, setting, free-forming 3D silicone moulds, stamping and texturing, flower pendant, and the butterfly pendant as well. So your Swarovskis and your Sarah Loon. My first introduction to Sarah Loon literally was last week, but seeing these...
But you could mix the two, so, you know, make your own little decoration, your Sarah Loon decorations, and put it on the Christmas tree, you know.
Now, making a Sarah Loon Christmas decoration full stop on a bauble size...
Be stunning, wouldn't it?
Is making me literally a little bit giddy with excitement at this moment in time.
That'd be gorgeous.
I don't think my mum would know what to do with the sample. She's got a Sarah Loon cheeky little gorgeous decoration for me at Christmas. That's an idea. What to do with your old baubles? Claire McDonald's has just sorted us out. $4.95 on your screen for the Sarah Loon DVD. I love it how that it takes us from beginnings as well. That'll be really good. Do make sure that you're checking out. Look, what she does with the baubles in her spare time is nobody's business. Do we understand each other? Do make sure that you are checking out and confirming as soon as you possibly can. Listen, we are with Claire more on the other side of this, of course. We've got our first kit. There's lots of lovely colourways coming your way. You're going to absolutely love it. It's an amazing price too.
Our brand new Get Started with Jewellery Maker page has been created to provide help and guidance for jewellery making newbies. If you need design suggestions, hints and tips, or help with perfecting your jewellery designs, we're here to help. Head over to facebook.com/getstartedwithjm, where our talented in-house designers are happy to answer your jewellery making questions, offer inspiration, and get you started in your jewellery making journey. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
Buying from Jewellery Maker couldn't be easier. When we bring an item to you, all the graphics come on screen, and this gives you all the information that you will need to know, from the item code to the product description with all of the key information. Then the price comes on, and whether you join at the beginning or at the end of the offer, everyone pays the final on-screen price. So, when you see an item that you would like to buy, simply pick up the phone and dial our free phone number, and you'll get through to our UK-based call centre. Alternatively, you can join us at www.JewelleryMaker.com and start your jewellery making journey today. Jewellery Maker, the one-stop shop for all your jewellery making needs.
Welcome to Jewellery Maker. We are part of the Immediate Media family. Immediate Media is a fast-growing multimedia platform company who operates some of the most loved brands across the UK. Our brands range from our other shopping TV channel, The Sewing Quarter, to our very successful magazines, such as Simply Knitting, Molly Makes, and the Radio Times. We work incredibly hard to inspire you and bring you lots of exciting ideas and projects. So whatever your creative needs, you know that our crafting family will be there for you. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share. Buying with Jewellery Maker online couldn't be easier. Just head over to our website, JewelleryMaker.com, and click on the register link. Simply fill in the required fields and you can shop 24/7. You'll also be privy to a faster checkout and personalised offers. Jewellery Maker, your one-stop shop for all your jewellery making needs. Tune in this Thursday for the launch of Claire McDonald's Christmas Elf DVD. Get yourself into the Christmas spirit and learn how to make this fun wirework elf. Claire will guide you through how to create the structure, make the spirals, and how to even make your elf move. So make sure you're tuned in this Thursday at 10 AM. By the way, what kind of photographs do elves like taking? Elfies! Yeah, I'm writing an elf help book, you know, it's just for me. Sorry, I'll stop being so elfish.
Jewellery Maker have an extensive range of DVDs for all abilities. Each of our mediums has an introductory DVD to help you get started. If you're already an experienced jewellery maker, we have a collection of projects and more advanced DVDs to take your designs to the next level. We are always filming new DVDs with our specialist guest designers, so visit our website for more information.
Getting started with Jewellery Maker couldn't be easier. When you spend $4.95 with us, you'll get a free welcome pack which contains everything you need to get started, including step-by-step project cards and a DVD which will give you the chance to be able to create an arrangement of different items of jewellery. You'll also get a manual which will help to familiarise you with all the items you're going to be creating and all the tools you're going to need to do so. Plus you'll also get a free pack of tools. These will be everything you need to get started. Getting started with Jewellery Maker couldn't be easier. So why not give it a go today?
Welcome back, lovely to have your company. It is demo hour, of course. Amazing colourways in this kit, 4 different colourways, all the same price, so you can choose. But I do think we need to see Claire's jewellery. Now, we were talking earlier about how this motif in itself is everywhere at the minute. My lovely friend Hannah, she has one of the bedrooms in their house. It's got stags on the bed. It's got, you know, sort of stag's head, not a fake one, obviously, on the wall. It's such a massive trend at the minute.
Yeah,
jumpers,
totally.
the lot, isn't it?
Yeah.
Take a look at Claire's jewellery that she's made. It is fabulous. Look at these. Absolutely gorgeous. So we're going to have a look through the different pieces just so that you can kind of get your head around what it is that we're going to see. It just means that you get a chance to see the different ways in which Claire has created the stag motif. Because you've gone really intricate on one of them with an beautiful wire wrapping with a 3D image. And I'm just going to spin that to the side actually, Ben, as well, just to show everyone at home kind of that side profile of it. So look at that. It's amazing, Claire.
Thank you. So that one is like it's an older piece that I did probably about a year ago that I loved. So that, I think that shows you as well just how, you know, you get a motif like a reindeer or a stag and it's a constant. You know, they don't go out of fashion. They are you know, they're just still very, very popular.
Well,
very
what's
popular.
gorgeous is, I mean, obviously that is in rose gold coloured wire, but also you're going to show us, aren't you, the colourway which you've done with the wire crinkling machine.
Yeah,
so you're going to show us that.
Yeah.
But also, we've got enough wire in these kits to recreate that look in different colourways, haven't we?
Completely. So you can do any of those, and it's whichever colourway you want to go with, which is lovely, really, to have. So you've got that either the genuine gemstones in there and the different Swarovskis. So it's entirely up to you what you go for.
This, the colourway that you've got here, this is the champagne gold, but also I'll take you through the different ones. But if we just have a look down at the bottom as well, you'll see as well. Even though it's kind of, you know, reindeer themed within the festive kind of Christmas theme, if you also have a look down at the bottom next to the bracelet, Claire has created a statement ring, a cocktail ring for Christmas that's going to knock your socks off, quite frankly. Just knock your socks off. Have a look at this.
So that's, I think that's sometimes when I see kits like that, and I see, you know, those huge Swarovskis that are so beautiful to work with, I have to do a cocktail ring with them, because, you know, they are perfect for that.
It's
really perfect.
Absolutely brilliant. But you've also incorporated it then into the wirework stag necklace.
Yeah. So that shows how. Yeah. It just depends which way up you want it.
Exactly. So we're going to be looking at the different techniques that Claire has used to create these stags for you, these reindeers for you. But let's just go through the first colourway. Now, this is the colourway that, of course, you've worked with, which has got the sort of amazing tropical colour Swarovski. And the Tiger's Eye cab. So you've got the that Swarovski pear drop. It is a real tropical colour, isn't it?
It is.
Gorgeous.
It's lovely.
Massive amount of chatoyancy coming out of this gorgeous tiger's eye as well. You can see that movement coming there. It's amazing, isn't it? Look at that. It is something else, that is. Then, of course, you've got the encasing for the Swarovski as well, which you have used to hold the Swarovski in place.
Completely. So that setting there is very, very useful, because you've got the holes that in the actual setting itself. So we make the most of those in the, you know, with you so you attach your antlers into the holes there.
Okay, and then we've also got the prongs, obviously, that's securing the Swarovski in place. So I'm just going to pop that in there so you can see, and then push those prongs down, and you've got something really quite exciting to work with there. Plus, of course, then you've got your amazing cabochon. Now, on top of that, so you've got the you've got the Swarovski pear drop with its casing, and you've got the beautiful tiger's eye cab. But you've then got 3 reels of wire. Okay, and this is the champagne colour wire. It is one of the most popular, isn't it?
Yes, yeah, definitely.
So we've got a 0.8, 10 metres, and 2, no, hang on a minute, that's not a 0.4, that's a 4 metre of the 1 mil, 10 metres of the 0.8, 10 metres of the 0.4. So a 1 mil with 4 metres in length, a 0.8 with 10 metres, and a 0.4 with 10 metres. So 3 reels of your champagne, gorgeous gold colour, plus your cabochons, and the price going to kick in is all under £20.
Wow.
Now, looking at looking at the piece of jewellery that Claire has made, and there is absolutely no way that somebody is going to be paying you under £20 for that. It's incredible. This is from Paula, who says, oh, Claire, these pieces are gorgeous. I really need to come to one of your workshops soon.
Yeah. Be lovely to
definitely.
see you.
Sonia says, wow, Claire, 3D reindeer is gorgeous. Love a DVD or workshop for that, please.
Oh, thanks very much. Thank you.
Fab, fab, fab. What's lovely though is that all of the wire that we've got in these kits could recreate that beautiful.
Yeah, totally. Because what you've got there is
reindeer.
so you've got your combination of the gauges. So for the one that's nearest to you,
Yeah.
so you've got all of that the woven details. That
Yeah.
woven detail is with the 0.4, so that's your finer gauge.
Yeah.
And then it's actually built. The structural wire is the I think I've used a 0.8 for that. But you could use a 1 mil. It's totally up to you. Which you prefer. Really.
It is absolutely outstanding. All of it is. The antler work on the one that you've used, that kind of tropical colour pear drop with the champagne gold. I know that it is, as we said, you know, they're reindeer named kits. Obviously, it's that kind of festive theme that we've got for you today for our Christmas market show. But that in its own right, just as a piece of jewellery, because that motif is so trendy, because it is so on trend, because it is so such a strong motif within the fashion world, that just works now.
Yes, yeah. So I think, and because it's sort of, it's not, although it's intricate, it's still quite simple. It's not. It's not overwhelming wire work, is it?
No, it's gorgeous.
And as far as technique goes as well, it's not that difficult, and you can cheat as well with the how to create the antlers, which is always good, you know, if you can.
Always good, and we're looking forward
Cheat
to
an
you
easy
telling
way.
us how we can cheat
Yeah.
with that. So that'll be awesome. So this colourway, this is Dasher and Dancer that you've got right now. We'll do your silver coloured wire next, which contains the fuchsia coloured pear drop and a howlite. Now I'm just going to grab, bear with me, just reaching. Oh, sorry guys, sorry. Just going to grab that because I just wanted, I know, so you just can't get the stuff. I just wanted to show.
It's lovely, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Really, I just think that I love that colour. I love it.
Fits. So just showing you. Oh my goodness, I'm in love with that.
It's fab colour.
So this is Prancer and Vixen in your colourway, and you've got this fuchsia sparkle pear drop with what looks like howlite is actually a dyed white magnesite and proper snowy white as well, isn't it? And this colourway comes with your silver coloured wire, 8mm, 4mm, 1mm, okay? So all of those. So you're getting your 4mm, you're getting your 1mm, and you're getting your 0.8. So 0.4, 0.8, and a 1mm. Again, same colourway, same price for you, $17.95. So you get a chance to choose what it is that you want to sort of work with. I'm going to just pop the Swarovski back on. Do you know what? Can I just...
I know, I think there's just a big fingerprint on it.
It's better now.
But that's because it does make you want to just touch them and pick them up, and because they're
looks like
so
the
beautiful.
finest rubellite tourmaline you could ever get your hands on. If I would have been at Gemporia and we had a rubellite like this, it looks fab. $17.95. You charge that more for this ring in a heartbeat. Look at that. It's absolutely incredible, isn't it? Do make sure you're checking out. It's gorgeous. Love, love, love that. That is your Prancer and Vixen colourway. We've then got the pearl coloured wire. We've got the pearl coloured wire with a labradorite. Oh, that's lovely. Look at that one. So this is the pearl coloured round copper wire kit. This is Comet and Cupid with that beautiful, I mean the blue of that is incredible.
It's wonderful, isn't it?
Gorgeous. And then we've also got for you a faceted large labradorite as well.
Beautiful.
And what you've got then is the pearl coloured wire, which I would say one of our most popular wires is the champagne gold colour, but the pearl colour is very, very popular. Now that is in a 1mm, 10 metres that you're getting, and then you're getting your 0.4 and your 0.8. So again, just kind of showing you, you're getting the same components, but just those different colourways. Same price, £17.95. Now the final colourway that's coming up contains the purple coloured wire, which so many of you have been messaging in about. So I know you're going to be very, very excited to see that. 0800 644 655, jewellerymaker.com. Of course, you can join us via the app as well, downloading that from the App Store and Google Play. But let us, hang on a minute, there we go. Bring this one over. Oh, hang on. Stupid nails, they're everywhere, honestly. We've got an amethyst cabochon for you, and we've got the crystal aurora borealis. Now have a look at that. It's a bit of a Bobby Dazzler, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wowzers. Beautiful, big, big pear drop. No drill holes on those Swarovskis, by the way. Now, that's the crystal aurora borealis. You've then got an amethyst cabochon. And then the wire, look at that. You've got the 1 mil 10 metres. You've then got the 10 metres, 0.8, and then the lilac tone in the 0.4.
See, that would look really nice together, you know, because you'd still see the darker structural wire coming through.
Yeah. Looking at all those gorgeous colours, because you see the wire work just in the ring alone here. What Claire is saying is that even with the weave work, you'd still see the structure wire. So with the lilac and the purple, you'd see the deeper purple as your structure wire, and then you'd see the lilac as that kind of almost like an added detail, isn't it?
That is.
Absolutely, yeah, of course.
It just draws you, doesn't it? That's why there's big fingerprints, everything, because you just want to pick it up. And, yeah.
Absolutely. I'm going to have to just, because both myself and Claire have put our little sticky fingers all over that. So let me just give that, and we don't have any jewellery class, so it's jumper time. There we go. It is mesmerising. £17.95. Colour, facets, sparkle. Absolutely glorious. £17.95 for all those gorgeous colours. Do make sure that you're checking out. Right, so that is all your colourways. You'll notice not one of them's got a Rudolph. But that's, I know. Over to you, my lovely. Talk us through what you're going to show us.
So I'll go through, because what I try and do is, so there might be sort of different designs, they're slightly different, but they're all, I try and use the same technique, so they're built in a similar way. So you might, tweak a few little bits, but essentially it's the same in all of the designs.
Okay.
So yeah, so if we have and we can do, we can look at the ring as well, because that's sort of an entire piece as well. So
lovely.
It's quite a good, if you're going to want to make any of the range, it's quite a good starting point, because you haven't got to worry about either working with any cabochons or the Swarovski pairs. So you're just working with the wire, but you're getting used to the antlers.
So we're having a look at we're going to have a look at the ring. And the bracelet at the bottom here, so you can see. So what Claire is saying is that with the ring, there's no cabochons to work around as such. You're looking at the wire work for the antlers. So
okay, so I'm going to start off, and again, you can work with because you've got your two different structural wires. So it's entirely up to you what your preference is. You can work with the 0.8 or the 1 mil.
Okay.
So I'll do it in the 1 mil because it's a little bit thicker, so you'll be able to see it hopefully a little bit easier.
Great.
So I'm going to start off, and I'm just going to work. So the tools I've got my chain nose pliers, my round nose pliers, my cutters, and I'll work with a ring mandrel as well. So I'm going to find, I've probably got about 30 centimetres there of the 1 mil wire, and that's going to be absolutely more than enough, because remember you're working a little bit smaller. now for the ring, so everything's reduced down. So what you're not looking for, unless you want to, so that it just sort of stretches over just across one finger. It's going to go a little bit over the 3. You can totally, if you wanted to, really reduce it down, but then I'd say work with your 0.8, because otherwise it's probably going to be a little bit too chunky. So I'm going to start off. So if I bring that one in, we're starting at this point here, and then we work our way out. So we're going to find the middle, and that's going to be our start point.
Okay.
So if I find that bit, so I'm going to work with the curve that's already in there. I'm not going to fight against it and start bending that way. I'm just going to start there. So I've got my chain nose pliers. I'm going to just create almost like a teardrop, upside down teardrop. So that's obviously going to be our little reindeer or stag head. So if I pop my pliers back in, I can start to just, so all I'm doing is I'm holding down at this point just to try and get quite a nice curve, and that's when we can start to bring it in. So if I was going to do the bracelet, I'd be doing exactly the same, but on a slightly larger scale. So I can keep bringing in and keep bringing in. Now at this point, if I want to, I can swap my pliers over and just use my round nose pliers as a bit more of a mandrel. So you're looking to get that upside down. So if I bring that one in, and we'll follow that round. So again, a bit like the wire writing, we're looking for the two wires at the top. Although we know we've got a thickness of 2 wires, we want ideally so that they sort of sit behind each other quite nicely, and because it's quite, it's a good thick and malleable wire as well. So you've got several attempts at it. You can.
It's curving beautifully.
It is.
Yeah,
It is
really nice.
Really beautiful wire. So what we're going to do now, when you're happy with that, and don't forget, so you could go back in, and if we wanted to, so if I just open that up a little bit more so we can see here, if I wanted to make that a little bit sharper, I could just drop that down into my chain nose pliers and give it a pinch, but I think I'm quite happy with that. So I'm just going to stop there. I'm going to grip the 2 wires here. I'm just going to move it round slightly. So I'm going to work with, so this one now is coming out at the top. So I'm going to work with that one. This one is going to be at the bottom, so you can see there. So we'll just bring that out. Just check it doesn't move too much, and that one's going to come out, and that will work on that side. So again, at the same time, I'm just going to do exactly the same here. So I'm going to grip that. So I'm gripping underneath, and I'm just going to bring that round. So we've got, there we go.
Gorgeous.
There we are. So quite happy with that.
Lovely
So I'm going to
shape,
come now and start to work and do my antlers. So
this is the bit where you need to press record.
this is so easy, because what you're going to do, you're just going to alternate between your chain nose, so you're going to get a little bit of a curve. I'm going to then go back to my chain nose pliers, and all I'm going to be doing again is it's a bit like wire writing techniques with your pliers. I'm just going to bring it forward so that it goes over the top. So you can see again we've got that thickness of 2, and pinch together, and then grip the 2 wires that we've pinched together and bring out. And again, so I'm just going to pop my nail in there just to give that a little bit of a curve. And all you're looking to do is you want to try and get almost like a semicircle going in that way. So you can, it doesn't have to be totally symmetrical. I mean, I can show you the way afterwards if you want to have a go at sort of the necklaces that are larger, the cheat way. So this one is going to be slightly bigger, so I'm coming out in exactly the same way. I'm going to curve that up just a little bit and bring round. So you can see all the time I'm just going out little bits and bring that there. So now on this last bit, so again, if I just sort of pop that on, so you can see that's going to come across to about here. So I'm going to just bring that forward and do exactly the same there. So on this last one, I'm just going to do another little one and bring that down. Now, so on this bit now, you can see we've got a very, very straight edge. So if I just get my finger in there, I can just give that a little bit of a curve and bring that round. So you've got a bit more shape to it now. So then all I'm going to do with that is I'm going to grip across here and bring that round. So you can see I've got more than enough here, because this is what's going to be my ring shank. So I'm going to do exactly the same on the other side. I'll tell you what, actually, so because I've got this one done, so I'll come back to that one. If you wanted to do the necklace, it's exactly the same, just on a larger scale, and then I'll flip back to the ring, if that's all right, just so that you can see, so we don't confuse, because it's at the same stage. So if I wanted to set the cabochon, I would form that you know, when I formed the upside down teardrop in the same way, and that's what you're going to use as a base to net around. So you're going to do it, but just in a much bigger scale. But what you can do, so if I start here, so this is going to be the necklace one. So I'm going to come over, and so that would be where I'd sit my cabochon. So I'm going to form it in exactly the same way. So now what I'm going to do one side. I'm going to forget about this wire for a minute. I'm going to bring this one and just start to, I'm going to do it very roughly, just so that you can see how I start to form those antlers. But then if I want to, and so I want it to be totally symmetrical, so I've formed those. This one's going to be very, very short. So we've got that there. So what I then do, although I want these antlers coming off in this direction, because the wire is so wonderfully malleable, what I can do is, if I just sort of turn it over, I just use that as a trace then. So I'm just going to trace around what I've already got.
Idea. So you've got that
so
kind
I'm
of
just going to bring that round. And so if I go and just follow it, because sometimes it can be, you know, if you really put pressure on yourself that you want it to be exactly the same, and it does, things do look, if you've got just simple wire work like that, you want it to look pretty symmetrical. So
it's nice and clean, though,
yes,
isn't it, in line with the wire then.
Yeah, so we can do that. So we can just follow there, and then we know pretty much it's going to be exactly the same because we've traced our way around. So if we just sort of bring it up like that, I'm just going to put a bit of a kink in there so I know where that's coming out to. So then when I bring that back round, so if I just open it back up and bring that there, so I'm going to actually take that round the other way.
Just while they're doing that, we're cycling through the different kit options for you on the screen. So it's all £17.95. So go to the website and have a look and see which colourway you prefer, or just grab it. Just grab it when you can. I will say though, the purple wire and the champagne colour wire flying out the door. Not surprising.
They'd be lovely combination together.
They would, wouldn't they?
Yeah, they would. So you can see there. You can see how that's. So what I'd be doing then is, and remember, you know, it's not something you've drawn. This is a three-dimensional object. So you can see I'm going to really start to mould the antlers, and you have a couple of attempts at this. So you can do it when they're just like that, or and then I've hammered some of them, or this then becomes the base to do your weaving. So that's how you would do your cheat way of so that you get your symmetrical antlers. So on that little bit, so we've got, all I've done is I've just done the two at the same. So now all I have to do is, if we have a little look, and you can, so what I'd probably do actually is bind. So I'd get my 0.4 and bind all of these bits together. So once that's bound there, that's going to be a lot stronger. But then if we go, so I'm just going to push that, so it's under my thumb, see how we get on, whether we can do it without actually binding it. So I'm going to take the one side, so it's going at the top. So this one here, again, I'm just going to position it under my thumb and bring round. So this one needs to go at the bottom. So let's bring that round and see what it looks like. So you can already see that's formed our ring shank. So our next step is to make sure that they haven't crossed over. And so I want to have a lot more control over this one here, because it's this one that I'm going to be wrapping around this one. So remember, you're wrapping, this is a 1mm wire around a 1mm wire. So you need to have a little bit more control. So to help with that, if you think about when you put in your pliers, because you've got 2 bits of wire, you want to have most control over this one, because this one will want to move a lot. So if I pop that in that way, that's gripping this one a lot more than it is this one here. If I swapped over and I did it that way, when I try and move this one here, that is going to move around and drive you crazy. So always have a little think about where it is that you're gripping. So I'm going to leave, so I'm just going to grip, so come round, and I've got enough room there to probably get 2 or 3 wraps in. So I'm just going to hold there and take that one out. And again, so this is up to you whether you want to, how happy you are at sort of manipulating the wire. So I'm just going to bend that, because what you've got to do is you've got to get it through that circle there. Or you can snip off, but you just need to make sure that if you're going to snip off, that you give yourself enough.
It just gives it that
wire.
more security, though, doesn't it, when you are wire wrapping that round?
Yeah.
It's also a lovely little bit of detail, to be honest with you. If I spin it round to the side,
it just evens everything up, doesn't it? You're essentially creating little shoulders, you know, for the ring. So I'm just going to bring that round.
It's lovely.
It's just quite simple lines, isn't it? Which is that's what I love that. That would actually be a really nice idea, wouldn't it? If you worked with your cerulean.
A little red Siam. A little red Siam going in there from Swarovski as a bit of Rudolph's nose. I think it's a great idea.
It's a good one of mine, wasn't it, that one was?
Fab idea.
So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to grip there and just pinch there. So now we really need to make sure that we've tucked that in. So I'm going to just take my pliers and really just tuck in. And so it's that sort of motion that you're doing, because you want to just really tuck that in so that it's out of the way. So again, I'm going to make sure that that's nice and secure. And you can move the antlers out of the way. And we'll do exactly the same there. So I'm gripping across. I'm just going to take that all the way around. Like that. So if the other way, if I didn't want to have to deal with this little bit here, if I just sort of snip off there, let's see if we've got enough wire. And it just means you haven't got to, because it should sort of slip through the middle of the circle.
Oh, rather than kind of bending it and angling it.
Yeah,
okay.
But that's just that you need to obviously make sure that you're going to have enough to go around a few times. So you can see it's moving around, and it'll move around until I give it a really, really good pinch so that those coils wrap around. So I'm just going to move that out of the way a little bit more and snip off there. And then just try and nip that in. So now, so you wouldn't have, because these bits would be bound. So you can see where they're bound there. So again, I'm just going to move that in and really go in and pinch there, and that would tighten that up a bit. Now, if it's sort of you know, as you've been manipulating it, you can always sort of put it back on your ring mandrel, and we can really manipulate it there. So again, sort of like push under and push around and up. So that then gives you your base, and you can, I've hand coiled on mine, or you could do a little tiny version of the larger one and keep it a little bit more open and do your figure of 8 weave if you wanted to.
What is the name of the weave that you've done on the antlers over there?
So a figure of 8 weave is a really simple weave, and it would look very, very nice with the you know, in that purple wire combination. That would look really good. So what I'd be doing, if I swap to the larger one now, so if I open that up a little bit, so my starting point would be, I'm going to start here with the weave. So I'm going to just leave a little bit of a tail, and I'm just going to start to bring that through. So I'm going to coil on this bottom section. Yeah, so what we're going to try and do is we're going to go from the top, from this bottom bit, and going up to the top. So I'm going to bring that around. So now on the other side, if you can see, so I'm going over there and bring through. So and hold there and come all the way around. And what's really good to remember is, because these are like quite irregular shapes, so if you have, for example, if you can see where we take, so if I open it out a little bit, as we start to weave along here, this bottom section is going to fill up an awful lot quicker than the top.
Okay.
Because this top wire is a lot longer. So if for every one that we do on here, so if I bring that around, so I've got 1 and a bit wraps on that bottom section. So I'm going to come up through. So now on this top section here, because I know that I need to fill more of it, so, and I'll hold it up in a minute, but I might actually do 4 on here, and we'll see how that sits.
Okay.
So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can see I've started to fill up a lot more on this edge, and then when I bring round and come in, you can really see that horizontal weave. So I'll hold that up as well, so you can see
Such
from
a
the other,
lovely texture to it
on
then.
the other side. So again, I'll do 2 on there, and we'll do another 4 on here, and hopefully you'll really be able to see what I mean then, and how much of the one side we've filled compared to the other. So again, so I'll come down like that, and just wrap around there, and then hold that up so that you can see how that's looking. So and you know, there's nothing to stop you. So if you have a look on there, so can you see how it's almost evened itself up? So it's going, bless you, I'm going all the way along this wire. So what I'd be doing now, every time you can see how that wire there wants to jump up. So I'm just going to push that down, and push that way as well. So have a little bit of control, but you're going to fill up these spaces. And if you look really, really closely at mine, you know, so you won't get, or you'll be very, very lucky or very, very talented to get like a whole antler filled in. So you can see there, I've joined bits because it's an irregular shape. So don't set yourself like almost impossible challenge of
doing it
of
all
one
with
continuous.
one weave.
Yeah,
okay.
You'll just find where is the best place to add in. So where it narrows and then it's going to sort of fork out again, that might be a really good place to add in. But yeah, so you just keep going, and you can fill it, you know, in any way you want. But just that's a useful technique to know that if you've got an odd shape like that, so think about how many wraps you're going to need to fill if it's slightly uneven.
They are fabulous, absolutely fabulous. The champagne gold, I was trying to think what colour it was then. Champagne colour gold wire kit and the amethyst kits. Flying out of the door, absolutely. Please do make sure. Let me quickly tell you again the colourways. So the champagne gold colourway is the just trying to think what it is the, what was the,
I can't remember.
Dancer and Prancer, wasn't it? I think it was Dancer and Prancer for the first one.
There was a lot of names to remember.
There is Dancer and Prancer, and Donna and it's the Tiger's Eye, my darling. Dasher and Dancer, almost there. Dasher and Dancer for the Tiger's Eye colourway, which is of course with your champagne gold coloured wire, and then your Tiger's Eye and the beautiful tropical colour Swarovski that you've got as well. So that is your colourway for Dasher and Dancer. Okay, Comet and Cupid is at the bottom of the screen. That's the one with the labradorite, the blue and the pearl coloured wire. Then we had Prancer and Vixen, I think, with the magnesite
Well done.
and the silver colour copper wire, and of course that beauty, which you've fallen in love with, and then the amethyst colour wire that you've got with the amethyst cabochon, and of course the Aurora Borealis crystal. That's Dasher and Dance. No, it's not at all. I'm lying. It's Donna and Blitzen. It's the other D. We'll get there.
You were doing very well
I was
there.
till then. Rudolph's nowhere to be seen. do make sure that you are checking out. Please do. Now then, thank you so much.
You're very
Honey.
welcome.
Very,
You're
very
very
appreciated. Now we've got the wire jig.
Is
Hang
it
on a
this
minute.
one here?
No, it's not. It's the one
This
that you've got
Yeah,
there. That's the one. And I've got the crinkler for later. That's what that is. We've got... So this is the deluxe jig, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now, A, why would we use it? What are we using it for? And B, how essential is it?
So I carry one of I carry the smaller version around with me all of the time, because
Okay.
if you want something that has got it gives you uniform results. So you know, when we spoke about sort of like, so you want that symmetry with the antlers. I will use this in when we do the second demo, making the angels. So if you want to do anything like butterflies, dragonflies, angel wings, anything like that, it's going to be brilliant for. Some people use it as well for wire writing. They're just wonderful, wonderful mandrels, and it's a really good, solid, you know, well-made bit of kit. You've got like all the little pegs, and then you've got like the secure,
yeah,
you know, the securing little bits. So yeah, you can see how, you know, they sit in those pegs really beautifully, and you wrap your wire around, but you get, and you know, you're going to get all the different sizes,
which is fab. Now, again, you can see that we've got it's a little bit of video showing you, but it's back in stock from March when it sold out. So it's back in stock. And there's not a massive amount of them, if I'm being honest with you, either. So it's one of those ones where you're getting a chance to see how easy it is to work. Now, what about sort of your sort of thicker gauge wires as well? I imagine, because it looks so substantial and quite weighty.
Well, I think those are Hannah's hands. I think so, and I think that'd be a beautiful connector. So if you wanted to make a necklace, sometimes it's very difficult to so you freehand make one side, and then you'd have to go and do the other. Whereas that, by using this, it's going to be exact. So I've got here, I've got some of my 1mm wire. So that's quite a good. You know, a good size.
Wasn't quite sure what that was then, Ben.
I nearly choked.
You nearly choked.
Oh. Because
are you okay? I thought we've got a bear in the room.
Yeah.
As long as you're all right, Betty, that's all that matters.
So I'm just going to start to find. So again, almost like the same way we did with the antlers. So I'm going to create like a little bit of a dip there, so I know that's my starting point. So again, so all I'm doing, I'm just holding that still, and then I wrap around the pegs that are there. So I'm going to bring that in, and I'll do exactly the same. Yeah, oh, really, really good, because that's your, like I say, this is I make this butterfly shape all of the time, and it means that you can do, you know, your larger butterflies or work with the smaller ones. So I'm just going to bring this. So this is how I'll be doing the angel wings later. So if I just go back on myself, it's a wonderful tool. Really, really good. Really, really good tool.
So basically, if you work with wire and you work with wire a fair whack of the time, you kind of need to have
this. Yes, yeah, you do. Because it's different sorts of wire work, isn't there? But sometimes if you want uniform, neat results, this is the way.
It's lovely to see you working with the 1mm wire, because it just means that you see.
And I haven't got the securing pegs in at the bottom either. So you know, it's you'd have those in as well. So you can see how it's holding its shape there. So if I sort of then come out a little bit there, and you know, you can always put it back on. You know, they're going to come out really easy. You know, the good substantial
pegs.
Yeah. So you can already see there, so that how neat that is. Now, if I tried to do that freehand, you know, it'd be nigh on impossible. So if I just sort of finish that off there, you could do your, you know, your woven technique in that centre bit. That's often what I do. You know, have your figure of 8 there. If you wanted to put it back on and wrap around,
fast, isn't it?
It's wonderful, really, really wonderful. Brilliant tool. And you know, you've got the little feet on it. So you've got little feet underneath there. So it's really, really secure.
£9.95, back
Brilliant.
in stock, under £10 tonight. £9.95. Do make sure that you are checking out and confirming as soon as you can. You've heard, and again, you know, let's think about how much wire our lovely Claire works with, and her creations. And of course, so it's like if somebody who's an expert in something is telling you you've got, you know, this is an essential piece of kit.
Yeah.
You kind of have to listen up. It's like, you know, when I'm doing my personal training, if the guy, my coach who I work with is saying to me, yeah, Ray, you know, you really need to sort of be looking at this and specialising in this, then I sit up and I listen because he's been doing it for, you know, for 10 years. So again, it's great to have that expertise from yourself as our guest designers and other guest designers, just letting us know which tools are essential.
Yeah, definitely. And then, you know, there are, you can make, I mean, it's not for, I haven't done it for probably a year or two maybe, but there's nothing to stop you. I've made sort of my own pegs before, so you can take polymer clay and you can either put, you know, like when we do the heavier gauge, the thick, you know, the aluminium wire, so you make your own pegs, but you can then create your own shapes out of polymer clay, bake them, and then you can mould around that, because you've got such a solid base. You know, there's so many possibilities. It's brilliant, really good tool. Really
I think
good.
for £9.95 to have something that is quite, you know, substantial and quite essential with it as well.
Yeah.
So what do we get with it? We get the 2 smaller size pins. No, we get a lot more than that. Okay. So we get, oh, amazing. Okay.
Yeah.
So we get quite a few of those smaller pins. Do we know exactly how many, Beck, hun? Okay, we're going to find out. But also, you get these, what are these little sleeves for?
So they go at the bottom. Let's have a look, see if they've got... I'll sort of take some of these out. So they're the securing bits at the bottom.
Oh, okay.
But you can see, I wonder if you can actually, can you see how, so the little bits on there? So that's just going to hold it in.
Oh, okay, so a little
But you've got
nylon support.
Yeah, you've got, if you have a look, there, you know, there's lots of different...
There's lots of different gauges there, aren't there?
So, you know, there's nothing to stop you as well. It's good for, you know, if you've got the Christmas wreath that make your flowers as well. So you could use that.
Really great. They're in lots of baskets. Hi, Annabelle and Abby, Gertrude and Susan and Tracy and Laura and June. Can I just say, Joan, Rosalind, collects in Cumbria, collects in London, Bristol, Hertfordshire, all needed to check out. I've got Michelle, I've got Rita, I've got Anila and June and Denise and Linda and Alison and Shirley. Carol collects in Gloucestershire, Joan and Neath Talbot. Somebody there, Michaela, well done. Do make sure that you are checking out and confirming. Back in stock. You've not had it since March, so make the most of it. Absolutely fab. I love the fact that you're getting all those different gauges.
It's wonderful, yeah. Really wonderful.
Really good.
Yeah.
Really good. Do make sure you're checking out. You've got a 30-day money-back guarantee, of course, with absolutely everything here at Jewellery Maker. So please do make sure that you are joining us and checking out. Now, we have got the most gorgeous festive green colour coming your way in genuine gemstones up next. Just perfect for making all those, I would say, sort of holly leaf colours coming up for you next. This colour, it just leaps off the screen. This is your ivy leaf, your holly leaf. If you wanted, you know, like in the Christmas wreath that you made, if you wanted to supplement or substitute, I should say, the size 6 seed beads that you had in the holly leaves for real chrome dioxide, this is the colour and the strand, isn't it?
And I'm thinking as well, you could, you know, take out certainly some of sort of like the rounder, more pebbly ones, as you know, the middle of like the stag head for the, you know, with the on the rings or the bracelets.
Or the champagne gold colour, it would look amazing, wouldn't it? Absolutely. Just gorgeous. It's such a naturally beautiful gemstone. It really is. It's quite striking.
Wonderful colour, isn't it?
How much of it do you reckon you've worked with over the years?
I don't think that much. I think, and I can remember having some drops that were, you know, when you, because you think about how many strands I've worked with, and it sticks out, doesn't it? Because it's the colour is like it's nothing else. It transports me to being younger, and you know, the Return to Oz film.
Oh, absolutely.
That wonderful, you know, that wonderful green.
It is. It's the, you know, the Emerald City green,
yeah,
isn't it?
yeah.
It really is. It's not even as if you can. It's not. It's that such a verdant green. It's such a vibrant, vivid green with such gorgeous sort of secondary tones with it. And I just find that I just love the facts and the, you know, the actual history of it as well, coming from the Uralian Mountains of Siberia, coming from an area that is really a nightmare to navigate, to even try and get your hands on this beauty. And to be able to have it in strand, and yes, you've got sort of, they're similar shapes, but no two are the same. You've got the most incredible colour leaping out at you. 5x2 to 3x1 millimetres on the graduation on a 38 centimetre strand. And wait until you see this price. It's so far under £10, it's ridiculous. You cannot even mine for this gemstone right now. It doesn't matter if you were the richest person on the planet. You cannot mine for this beauty at this moment in time because the ground is so frozen and it's so cold there. You just cannot even think about accessing it. And let's not even talk about the political situation over there to be able to get in. And you have to apply for a visa and your license to take a camera crew in. And there's not many people who are getting that approved at this moment in time.
I mean, at that price, it makes it feasible, doesn't it, to do like a chrome dioxide, like Tree of Life, or even like the free. We did have like a little freestanding sculptured, you know, little tree that I think it was guest designer Jem made. You know, it becomes feasible at that price, doesn't it? You know, because I'd probably be tempted to multi-buy with that. And
it is that evergreen colour Tree of Life as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Thanks, Ben, sweetheart.
So I mean, can you imagine something, you know, something like that?
Yeah,
that'd be
definitely.
Lovely. Really lovely.
I love this different coloured wire.
Gorgeous, isn't it?
Beautiful.
She's very clever.
Very, very lovely. Yeah, definitely. I think for £7.95, you can definitely work with that colour in, and it's a festive green. It is the colour of your Christmas trees.
Yeah.
You know, your traditional Christmas trees. I know you can buy upside down pink fluffy feather ones these days, but it's your pine tree. Pink, you can buy pink Christmas trees, Kerry, and they're upside down, so it starts that the narrow end of the tree is at the bottom, and then it comes up. It's an inverted Christmas tree. Yeah, yeah, and fluffy pink feathers made out of fluffy pink. Yeah, I know. £7.95 on your screen. Do make sure you're checking out and confirming. It's an amazing price for a very rare and beautiful gemstone. Well done. Now then, we move on to one of our beautiful connector bracelets. I love these. Absolutely love it. I love the fact that we've gone for Christmas. I just think you cannot give anybody anything more perfect.
I've got loads of these. They're the best thing ever. Absolutely.
What do you connect? So okay, so I'm going to just bring the connector point in. And so, what's your go-to?
So if I do any wire writing, then I'll pop that in there as well. But any of, you know, like the ready-made connectors that we sell, you know, usually you might get, I don't know, 3 or 5 of them. Pop that in there. It's brilliant for everything. You could do like the chrome dioxide, like, you know, a couple of strands of that going through. It's just so useful. Very, very quick. Very, very quick.
I just think that as a component, it's beautifully made. The slider, oh, hang on a minute. The slider mechanism, sorry, I just dropped that. The slider mechanism is beautifully sturdy, so you know it's not moving, it's not dropping. You've got that slider mechanism. You've got the ball stoppers, of course, at the end, which are, of course, attached and soldered into the silver work, so it's not actually that they're beads that could come off at all. And then it just slides through there, nice and secure. And you do need to give it a little bit of oomph to move that slider, as you would expect. Can be used as a clasp on a necklace, bracelets. I think if you're making gifts for Christmas, it's a no-brainer.
Yeah, totally.
It's £11.95. Beck, have these closed higher? I'm sure I've seen us do these sorts of at £17.95. That's an amazing reduction.
I mean,
£11.95.
Even if you just had like one round, you know, and if you can do, a loop, a simple loop at the end with your sterling silver wire, or you know, a head pin, just a round, and that would be, you know, we've had some of the, whether it's the genuine gemstones or the Swarovskis, you know, that would be lovely. Anything that you do is going to look fabulous on there. You know,
especially if you've got a little bit of our solid sterling silver wire. You kind of keep that with your solid sterling silver. You're just taking it to that another. I just think the popcorn chain, it's one of the most fluid that we do. It's one of the most beautiful, sort of almost like textile. It drapes so beautifully, doesn't it? No kinks, no twists. Just really lovely bracelet connector. £11.95. Make sure you're holding those lines. Well done. Is there opal on my T-bar? Yes, Beck, there is, and it's quite awesome.
Wow.
That is
beautiful.
Very nice. That's some of the biggest sizes.
Look at them. So you could just put a few of those in with that popcorn slider.
You could indeed, couldn't you? Now, I'm just showing you, if you're getting, I think...
Look at it.
Getting a chance to see. Oh, those colours are electric, aren't they? As soon as the light hits it in the right angle, you are getting some beautiful colours. Now, I'm going to move down the strand. You stay where you are. I'm just going to show you that even in the smaller size opals, when the light catches them in this way, look at these. Mamma mia, they are good. They look good. I'm going to just move on then to the other end. Oh, these are very good. Now, this is AA grade. Okay, so that is an internal grading system. It's not a sort of recognised grading system, if you like. There's only one recognised grading system for gemstones, and that, of course, is with the GIA's diamond grading. But, of course, within the industry, we all have our own grading that is kind of widely accepted throughout the industry. So you're grading for your tanzanite, for example. This is AA grade. I would agree. It looks amazing. Some of the biggest and most beautiful open surface of opal that I've seen here at Jewellery Maker, actually.
These are incredible.
Now, I would imagine a strand like this at around about $69.95 for the size of them, for the play of colour. Becky has just told me the price on the screen that you were about to see, and it's under 30. Sharon says, JM Studio, OMG, that is the most gorgeous opal I have seen. Hello, Ray, Claire and crew. Sharon, hi, my lovely. I hope that price of under 30 opens up the opportunity to get hold of this. I really do. I honestly thought that we were looking at a sort of £70 strand of opal there.
It's beautiful. Really gorgeous.
Those colours are so exceptional. Look at these. It's like lightning strikes. Very, very nice indeed. $29.95. I do hope that you are making sure that you are calling and checking out. You've got a 30-day money-back guarantee. So if you get this strand home and it doesn't literally light up in natural daylight, and do make sure you're getting it outside in daylight for the first time to properly experience these electric colours, that you are doing that before you decide about whether this is getting returned or not, because that is some of the most exciting that I've seen. Love, love, love it. Absolutely amazing. Now, in the next hour, we've got your cross pendants, your moon pendants, and your star pendants, or charms, however you want to refer to them. They're all coming up for you in the next hour. We've also, of course, got for you coming up at 9:45, the beautiful pink Swarovski heart pendant. We'll show you that in a matter of moments. Please don't go anywhere. Myself, Claire, and the crew will all be here for you in a matter of moments on the other side. This.
Tune in this Thursday for the launch of Claire McDonald's Christmas Elf DVD. Get yourself into the Christmas spirit and learn how to make this fun wirework elf. Claire will guide you through how to create the structure, make the spirals, and how to even make your elf move. So make sure you're tuned in this Thursday at 10 a.m. By the way, what kind of photographs do elves like taking? Elfies! Yeah, I'm writing an elf help book, you know, it's just for me. Sorry, I'll stop being so elfish.
Buying from Jewellery Maker couldn't be easier. When we bring an item to you, all the graphics come on screen, and this gives you all the information that you will need to know, from the item code to the product description with all of the key information. Then the price comes on, and whether you join at the beginning or at the end of the offer, everyone pays the final on-screen price. So, when you see an item that you would like to buy, simply pick up the phone and dial our free phone number, and you'll get through to our UK-based call centre. Alternatively, you can join us at www.JewelleryMaker.com and start your jewellery making journey today. Jewellery Maker, the one-stop shop for all your jewellery making needs.
Did you know, no matter how many times you purchase with Jewellery Maker in the same day, you'll only be charged one fee of postage and packaging. Select our standard delivery for just £2.95, or if you'd like to receive your goods sooner, upgrade to our premium option for £4.95. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
The Jewellery Maker Wall of Fame is where you get to showcase your skills as a jewellery designer. Each week, one lucky entrant will win £100 credited to their account, and the runner-up receives £50. If you want to enter your design, just send a photo to studio@jewellerymaker.com, or you can post your photos to Jewellery Maker Studio, Ivy House, Henley Road, Studley, B80 7DU, and make sure you don't forget your customer number. Get making and good luck. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
It couldn't be easier to buy from Jewellery Maker with all the information you need right there on screen, from the item code and the product description right down to the price. And whether you're buying at the beginning or at the end of the offer, everyone pays the final on-screen price. So what are you waiting for? Simply telephone our free phone number or join us at JewelleryMaker.com and start your jewellery making journey today. Jewellery Maker, your one-stop shop for all your jewellery making needs.
Back. Lovely to have your company. Gorgeous Claire McDonald joins me, of course, with another kit coming up for you in 60 minutes time. Different colourways for this second kit as well, and we'll talk to you about that. But that kit concentrates, we've sort of kind of, for our Christmas market thing, with angels, isn't it? Really cute as well. Really, really. We can't sing Robbie Williams' Angels, no, Ben. Because I think we have to pay him a lot of money. Either him or Guy Chambers. A lot of money.
And he's not very good.
Oh, controversial. Oh. Controversial there from Kerry on camera 2. Just went, he's not very good. And Becky has just said something even worse, so we'll just leave that. I think we just leave Robbie Williams. Why did we actually bring him up in conversation then, Ben? I'm sure it was Guy Chambers, wasn't it? Ooh. Ooh. Oh,
I don't think there's
I think
any
we'll move
fans,
on.
are there?
I don't think there are many fans of Mr. Williams here at the gallery this evening.
He's got nice eyes, hasn't he?
Apparently so. Apparently so. Ben says he likes Will Young. Will Young's his favourite. There we go. Lovely to have your company tonight here at Jewellery Maker. We have got some fab pendants to come your way. So, yes, they could be worn as pendants. They could also be worn as charms, of course. Particularly in love with the crescent moons. Gorgeous stuff. So we've got your cross pendants, your star shapes, and then you've got your moons as well. Now, obviously, there's a lot of our gorgeous gemstones to get through. So I'll kind of give you a brief explanation of what every gemstone kind of represents as well. Now, there's a little bit gothic here, there's a little bit sort of faith or fashion here. There's definitely a sort of festive theme with the stars, but it's also, of course, you know, a thank you, you're fantastic, you're my star, my moon and my stars, of course, as well, thanks to Game of Thrones there. But they are lovely. You could even, and again, I know that we've got that connector point, but they've got enough sort of depth to them that we could work with these in lots of different ways.
Yeah, so you could with any of the wires that we've had tonight would look really, really lovely. So you could do some really, really ornate wire work on. I'm seeing like round the. Yeah,
well, it's a lovely. I'm going to just spin it to the side for you so you get a chance to see. Thanks to Sam for setting them out, by the way.
They look really good,
yeah,
don't they?
They're gonna,
really good.
It's so easy for me to sort of take in and out on here as well. You can see the depth of this. So you can see what Claire is saying about sort of the wire wrapping as well, because they're not just a sliver of gemstone, are they?
No, it's a definite sort of solid.
Which way would you like to start then, Beck? Do you want to go my left? My right, okie dokie. Let's start with this one. Now, I have to say, the glossiness of this looks amazing, doesn't it? Black onyx. 10 carats of black onyx. (26 by 18 millimeters). And it's got a lot of fingerprints on it at the moment. What it needs is a good old buff to bring up that sheen again. Don't we all, says Ben. Okay. Well, we're getting a lovely insight tonight, aren't we? They will be quite striking with any of our colour wires, won't it? That black kind of, but specifically, the black onyx and gold colours just work so well with each other, don't they?
Yeah, and like your bare copper or anything. But it would, equally, so with your purple wire would be really good too that you'd had, or your pearl colour.
Yeah,
anything.
definitely. Yeah, 26 by 18 millimeters, very durable as well, of course. You got the hand carving and then that sort of buffing and the polishing of these cross pendants. 0800 644 655 and £4. So a chance again, popping little head pin on there, long chain, of course. There are many different ways in which you could work with them. You could totally as well ignore the connector point, couldn't you? Though.
Yeah, it's good to have it there. Especially, I think when you see it like that and it's all laid out, if you just put a jump ring onto that connector, you could have sort of chains at the side, or we do reels of chains, don't we? But if that was on your craft stall and it's laid out looking like that, it's giving people lots of choice.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's you could cut your own chain to size, couldn't you, as well?
Yeah.
That's brilliant.
And again, popping a jump ring on that means that it can go on to, if you think about a ribbon choker, that sort of thing as well.
That's very on trend, isn't it?
Huge at the minute.
Yeah.
Huge at the minute. So you've got such a sort of versatile look with it. That is your black onyx, 10 carats. So just so you know, it's not a sliver. It has got that lovely sort of depth to it as well. Moving on to aventurine, which is the mint green that you get in here.
It's like it glows, doesn't it?
It's very soft. Yeah. It's got lovely aventurescence as well. You can see that little sparkle splashes through it. And what you're seeing is the congregations, the sort of little congregations of copper that are all coming together within the aventurine. 10 carats of green aventurine, lovely smooth edges on that aventurine cross pendant, 26 by 18 millimeters. I'm just going to show you the depth of that again. I know you're seeing it in the recording, so if I just spin it to the side, you get a chance to see the depth of that the depth of the cross pendant there. So that's your mint green. So again, it kind of takes it from maybe a sort of, you know, faith or fashion to be able, that's going to glow in the summer and in the spring. It really is going to glow. Really smooth as well. There's this thing about aventurine is it's quite, because of that smoothness and because of that sparkle, it's almost like looking at a green sort of soft sunstone. Really quite spectacular. $3.95 on your screen for that one. The next one that we've got for you is the kind of, it's like a stone washed denim blue. And actually the first star pendant that we've got for you is of the same gemstone. So you've got the two same gemstones coming up. So we'll bring in the graphics for you for your sodalite cross, but we've also then got the sodalite star for you. So if you did want to kind of combine the two, this is the time where you're going to get those same sorts of gorgeous, what did I call it? Is it blue spot jasper? Well, I tell you what, that is an amazing that is amazing. Blue spot jasper cross. It looks absolutely... Just want to double check that. Controversial. That looks like sodalite on the one side, but then on the other side you can see it's a little bit more jasper in the way that the crystals formed. But on the other, look at that. If you see on the one side how that looks exactly like sodalite because it's blotchy. Can you see how it's like almost like ink spots, which is a way that you can see your sort of why it would look like sodalite. But let me spin it around the other side for you and just pop that in. So on the other side then, can you see how you've still got your sort of ink blotches, but look how you've got little shards of the blue coming through there as well. So you're almost seeing how the crystal forms. Controversial. $3.95. We're gonna. Oh, is it $3.95 or $4.95, Beck? Oh, price is changing. I like it because it reminds me of a stone-washed denim blue. You know, when you old school 1980s where you would, and this is what they used to do. They used to get in, because you know, you get literally in the bath wearing your jeans to shrink them down and to bleach them out.
See, that makes me think of, you know, like willow pattern, you know, like your vintage crockery.
Yes, definitely. Those gorgeous blue colours, yeah. Really, really lovely. We've got the star then to come up for you as well. Really like the stars. I think they're great.
I would definitely group them together though. I would have like a, you know, maybe one of each.
Have them on sort of long length chain coming off.
Yeah, you could,
So you have the jump ring where all of the different chain lengths are attached to, and then attach these at the end. So almost like a multiple pendant, sort of beautiful cascade that you get on the end of a, you know, Wright and Teague, one of the biggest and most successful jewellers on the planet, do that regularly. And admittedly, they use 18 karat gold in their designs, but you're looking at 4 figures.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just thinking you could do like a nice stretchy as well. I'm just going to grab one of the shell pearls.
Yeah, grab indeed.
You know, so that would work really well. So you know you're going to get your stretchy elastic through, and I think I'd maybe work with that.
That would be gorgeous.
Any of those,
Let me spin that one around actually.
So that would be really nice.
That would be fab. Oh, look at those colours.
But then the one in the middle as well, I think would work really well too. Brilliant.
$3.95 for your blue spot jasper. Again, just thinking about those gorgeous denim blues, lovely shape as well. And of course, just like Claire was saying earlier, they have got a lovely depth to them. So it's not necessarily about just using them with the connector. There are other mediums, definitely, that you could be, definitely you could be. That would be really interesting, actually. Around the star, I think, to see some of your seed bead embroidery work.
Yeah, that'd be really nice, really nice.
To capture that star shape. Be really nice. The next one that we've got coming over for you is those kind of terracotta colours. Tilt that forward so you can see those colours properly. Like poppy colours, aren't they? They're beautiful. Oh, 0800 644 655. Now you've got some snowflake obsidian at the bottom, and obviously you've seen your onyx already. Now this looks like poppy jasper, doesn't it? Looks very similar to the poppy jasper that we've had. This is your mahogany obsidian star. Now it's the first time that I've seen and it is gorgeous. It's got exactly the same sort of texture that you'd see with your snowflake obsidian, but it's the terracotta. And if you think about that rapidly, you've got to remember that your obsidian is rapidly cooled lava over millions of years. So of course it was once upon a time molten lava. It's rapidly cooled millions of years ago as it was coming down the volcano side. And then what you've got is that black, solidified, beautiful obsidian trapped in that terracotta base. 7 carats of it there for you, £19.95 and £4. It's great to have them all at that price, isn't it? Absolutely fab. Lovely autumnal tones. Really, really nice. And let me take it off the stand so that you get a chance to see both sides of it as well. There we go. I'll just spin it round so you get a chance to see the other side as well.
Be nice little decorations, wouldn't they? If you've got Gemma's DVD.
Definitely. I think that's a really good idea.
Really sweet.
Really good idea. Even if you were able to maybe use one of them at the top of the tree. The kind of the focal point. It's lovely. Next one that we've got for you, I'm just going to push that down. Hang on a minute, sit there, thank you. Do you know what, I'll take it out the stand. So we've got, this reminds me of sandstone. I don't know why, but it's almost, it reminds me of peach obsidian, sorry, peach aventurine.
It's like a lovely jelly sweet, isn't it?
It really is. It's got such a strange, glossy, vitreous texture to it, hasn't it? Is the connector solid sterling silver? I would have thought that it was silver plating on top of either brass or copper as the connector point, I would imagine. I don't think it is solid sterling silver. Now you've got a really autumnal, gorgeous colour. I am going to bring in those gorgeous pearls that we were talking about with Claire just a second ago from the 9 o'clock kit.
But what a lovely charm bracelet that would make.
Really nice.
I would, you know, and the sizes are brilliant, absolutely brilliant. That, you know, you could wear multiples, couldn't you? So you could have like a few of your stars. I would probably, you know, be quite sort of classic with them, a few stars and the moons together. But you could sort of have that on your bracelet, and it wouldn't be too much. I would definitely put the two together, those two motifs.
Definitely. Those. I'm really looking forward to showing you all the different colourways in the second kit that we've got for you in 16 minutes time. No, it's not even that now. It's 45 minutes time. Where is the time going? £3.95 for this one. It does remind me. Beautiful peach colour. They are gorgeous, aren't they? Really lovely. Let's pop that back into... Nope, hang on a minute. We've then got for you your moons. moons. We've got 3 moons. We've got, and I'm definitely right, this has got to be Snowflake Obsidian now, Beck. So we've got 2 Snowflake Obsidian pieces for you, 1 in the moon and 1 in the cross at the base here. So we'll bring you the moon first. They are classic, aren't they? Really, I love the fact that you are getting that depth to it. It's not just a sliver. 5 carats of Snowflake Obsidian, 18 by 11 mil. They look like magic beans coming around there, don't they? From Jack and the Beanstalk.
They do, yeah.
They look fab. Now, the Snowflake Obsidian, of course, has without a doubt been one of the most, I would say, long-standing gemstones that we've had when it comes to the obsidian family and the different varieties of obsidian that we've been able to bring you, without a doubt. It's black glossy with this snow-dappled, gorgeous snowflake effect that kind of cascades down the gemstone totally naturally. 18 by 11 mil. Again, you've got that connector point, so I'll just show you. You've got the connector point there, you can see. 18 by 11 mil, plus the depth of it as well. Do make sure that you are checking out and confirming as soon as you can, of course. 0800 644 655 395 on your screen. 395. Now we've got another moon. We have 2, in fact, we've got 2 other moons and 2 more crosses to bring you. Do make sure you're checking out and confirming as soon as you can. Of course, if you are multi-buying, which loads of you are, 0800 644 655. Loads of multi-buying going on, and also adding to your order. You're right there. Trying to remain very, very professional. Let's go back to our pendants. Let's do that. Next one. I'm going to gloss over that.
Oh.
How light next? You've got the snowy whites and the gorgeous grey matrix pattern that runs through this. It is particularly gorgeous for a moon, though, isn't it? With all those whites.
Can I put that? Can I put that one next to that one? Because that's what I think. I think I'd be putting a few of them together like that.
So we've got the black obsidian.
Yeah, maybe that one, that one.
Okay, cool.
I'd have those 3, I think. But then I do like the light and the dark, because that's a bit like yin-yang, isn't it?
It's a little bit, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
It is. I do like a little bit of howlite when it's in a moon shape like that. It does look almost, if you've got it in a big round pendant, it almost looks like a full moon with the man in the moon in it with all those greys.
Yeah.
Which is really, really nice. Multi-buying on this one, which I'm not surprised. 18 by 11 millimeters. Do make sure you're checking out 7 carats of howlite crescent moon pendant. Price again, please do. Remember, you're looking at $3.95 for your pendants. 1 more moon, and then 2 cross pendants. Do make sure that you're checking out. Now, the last and final moon that we've got coming up for you. And then, of course, we've got your Snowflake Obsidian cross and your Howlite cross coming up for you. Black Onyx, 5 carats of it coming up. With your connector points, as you can see, coming through there as well. Polished to perfection. That is proper bright and glossy, isn't it? 0800 644 655. Under £4 and 2 more to go for you as well. So just keep adding these to your order. Keep just going through, of course, on the web or on the app and on the phone lines. Just letting the call centre know what you want to add to your order. They're all $3.95. You're looking at under £3 for the entire day's postage and packaging, plus a 30-day money back guarantee from the day that you receive everything. So please do make sure that you're checking out. This will take us up to about 8:30 for you. We've got tonight's must-have coming up for you as well. We've also got for you some more DVD on wirework projects, which Claire will kind of talk us through, plus some more accessories and tools to do with wire as well, which is fab.
Yeah.
So you're going to take us all the way through that. Do make sure you're checking out on your black onyx. Let's bring in the Snowflake Obsidian Cross. Penultimate one. £10 Snowflake Obsidian. You know what price it's going to. All the way down to under... I love the fact that Becky said, yeah, we're going to do this one for £5.95, £3.95. We're going to price match all those for you. And so, again, I would say if you are sort of grouping, I think that maybe the Snowflake Obsidian Cross with the moon, perhaps the Howlite moon looks really good together, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Those moon charms would be great on charm bracelets as well.
Yes, they would. And because they're quite
With
just
like
curved, the
agate
nice curves on them, so they'd be very wearable too.
Comfortable to wear. £3.95 for your Snowflake Obsidian. And then the final last one, your Howlite. So we've got the whites and the greys in the final pendant for you. £15 of Howlite in your cross pendant. And we're going to match that price with, that's lovely actually. All the way down to £3.95 for you. All of those deals for you. And again, you should be looking at a little bit of a higher price for all of those. Just make sure that you are checking out and confirming as soon as you possibly can. Again, thinking about all those gorgeous gemstones that we've seen, the different textures, the different look, and all those gorgeous different patterns that you're getting on those gorgeous gemstones as well. All the real deal, all for under £5 each, which is lovely. Now we've got tonight's must-have coming your way. But before we get there, lots of you are asking about the Heart Swarovski. Now this is tonight's showstopper. This is tonight's showstopper. We cannot wait. Little pinch bail on that, long chain, good to go, really, isn't it? Absolutely gorgeous. What I love as well about the Swarovskis is that they are so beautifully substantial like this as well. That would make an amazing keyring.
Yes,
Big,
it would,
beautiful bag charm as well, wouldn't it? Loving the colour of that. You can really look at the purity of colour when you're seeing it on the side profile, and that prism of fire. This is coming up for you at 9:45 tonight. I'm going to leave that there with you. Have a play with that.
This is gorgeous.
Right. Yes, I've got it. Coiling or crinkling? Oh, wire coiling gizmo. Yes, I've got it, my lovely. Okay, so we did say, because Claire was with us tonight, and of course we were focusing on her kind of speciality, which is of course your wire work. We said that we've got a few more DVDs coming up for you, got a few more kind of essential wire work tools. Now I've seen this in action, and it just takes quite a task out of the work itself, doesn't it?
This, I would say, if you haven't got one of these tools, get one, because they will. I suppose like revolutionise your jewellery making, because it's such a good tool. It gives you really, really lovely, neat results. You can, if you look at guest designer, Rachel Norris, there's a lot of gizmoing in her wire work. So many of us use the gizmo, and you can. For example, say like the elf, I've used the gizmo there, and
On the Christmas elf?
On the Christmas elf.
Oh, okay.
So there are so many projects, because you get that. You can single gizmo, double gizmo, triple gizmo. You know, a triple gizmo to make little Christmas trees. It's the best tool ever.
Well, I'm just looking at,
best tool ever.
is there any gizmoing in?
I don't think
Not in that one. There's
one.
definitely in your
Yeah,
Christmas wreath,
Yeah,
isn't
so if you
there?
were going to do like a tiny wreath, so that's what you would use for that. So I've just used, so to do the I'm not sure what I've done with it now. The coils for the wreath.
Yeah.
I just used the larger one. So if
Yeah,
you're going
I
to
know.
make a tiny one, you know, I mean, mine are just are in there all the time. I've got, you know, it's an absolutely brilliant tool.
Well, I think I've seen this in use on many of the late shows. I would say that, along with the Wags Y-Comb, this has probably been the most used tool of all of our guest designers that have been with us on the Late Show with their wire work.
Yeah,
And it does,
it's an amazing
it does
tool.
create a very fine, very neat, very even, very professional coil, doesn't it?
And it's so satisfying to do. I mean, when I teach the introduction to jewellery making workshop, and so we use these, and it makes people really happy, because it's a simple, once you set it up, it's a simple turn. That's all you need to be able to do, and you make a full, you can take it all the way up to the end of the mandrel, or you do little bits. And you know, it's a fantastic, beautiful beads, you know, wonderful spacer beads, just fabulous, really brilliant.
It's without a doubt an essential, and it's under a £5. 0800 644 655. Now, we've had the large gizmos in stock, the large gizmo coiling tool in stock for a little while. That's now sold out. We haven't had this in for ages. Ages and ages, the smaller size. So go for it, $4.95 on your screen. 0800 644 655. Hold those lines. Well done indeed. Hold the lines. Now, bail making pliers. These are the 6mm and the 8.5mm. And it's kind of for creating findings out of wire. I've seen so many of you working with this, but what else? Obviously, it says it. I know it says bail making, but there are so many other uses.
Yes,
for this.
there's loads and loads. Things like, so if you wanted to do your, for example, we don't really do the findings to match the champagne gold-coloured wire. So you can make your own earring findings out of that, your own jump rings. I use them all the time to make the flowers. So you know, when we looked at the Christmas wreath and the woven flowers there, because what you've got is a straight edge on both of them. It's not tapered, so it's not like your round nose pliers. You know, it's a straight edge. So whatever you wind here is going to be the same size as whatever you wind here. It's really good to have them. I think I've probably got hundreds of them in all the different sizes.
Well, we've only got 19 left. We've got 19 in stock left. That's it.
And they've got, you know, it's a nice solid set of pliers as well. It's really good with a nice handle.
They feel quite weighty, actually. They really do. I know that they are essential in every one of our guest designers' kits that work with wire, and without a doubt, I've seen these used to make, you know, shepherd's hooks, jump rings, beautiful clasps for jewellery.
S-class, loads and loads of different things you can make.
Definitely. $4.95. Do make sure that you are checking out. Talking to the call centre and confirming as soon as you can. Next, tonight's must-have on your screen, the most gorgeous colours. You know, we had a really great strand of opal just a few sort of minutes ago, just at the top of the last hour. Absolutely gorgeous. Did so beautifully in that opportunity as well. Well done indeed if you got hold of them. Well, that was one of October's birthstone. The next one you're going to see, such bright, vivid colours, which is so lovely to see in our tourmaline, coming up for you as tonight's must-have. Now, I love this strand of tourmaline. Now, I'm going to be 100% honest with you. There are some times, and when I present that strand to you, I will always say to you that we are sort of looking at and celebrating more of the darker tones of your tourmaline. So you'll see a lot of the dark greens, the bottle greens, and a lot of the kind of deep golden tones. This has got such a bouquet of colour coming your way. Look at these pinks, these mulberries, these carnival of colours. The golds, the greens. Some really lovely colours. 60 carats of multicolour tourmaline from Safira in Brazil. They are gorgeous, aren't they? I love the fact that we're seeing pink tourmaline, some beautiful rubellite tones coming through there, very vivid electric greens coming through there, as well as some lovely pastel tones, a little hint at indicolite colour. But again, it's just the colours that you're getting here from Safira. Safira, Brazil, of course, one of the most renowned locations on the planet for producing this beauty from the Cruzeiro mines. Lovely, and it's so nice to see some more of the pinks and the rubellite tones coming through. I guess it's got quite a decent drill size running through that strand, hasn't it?
Yeah, because I think you've got quite a thick thread, haven't you, going through, yeah. They are beautiful, really, really lovely colours.
Glowing. All 38 centimetres there for you. 4x3 to 8x4, one of October's beautiful birthstones. And I've got to say, some of the best pinks that I've seen in a multicolour strand of tourmaline. 0800 644 655. Do make sure that you are checking out and confirming as soon as you can. Now, the price on your screen is going way under £10. Do make sure you're checking out and confirming as soon as you can. £6.95. Those bright canary yellows of the tourmaline, they're so unusual for us to see here. We normally just see the deep kind of, I would say almost olive tones, and more of the kind of sort of deep golden tones. We hardly ever see these pinks and these reds. It's a really lovely strand to see. £6.95 on your screen. 0800 644 655. And of course, Claire's having a good old nosy at those colours.
There's some really,
Really
beautiful,
nice, aren't they?
beautiful section there. I mean, I keep sort of flitting. I think that section there is my favourite.
Some peaches and
yeah,
pinks
but there's clarity
there.
as well, isn't there? There's wonderful colours and beautiful clarity. But then I do like all these sort of the pinks that you're talking about here as well. That's
and the lovely thing about it is, you know, cut up the strand, group them into the colours.
Yeah.
That, of course, you don't have to work with it in that multi-tonal way.
Yeah.
You can group the sections of colours that you want to work with. £6.95. Hi Yvonne, hi June and Barbara, thank you so much for multi-buying, so many of you there. Dawn's doing that as well, well done indeed. Gloucestershire, congratulations, well done indeed to you. Hertfordshire, well done, lovely to see you. Well done Bedfordshire, you've done it, it's yours, well done. £6.95. Hold those lines. Now, we've got lots to squeeze in for you. Now, I know that while I was away, let me just, hang on, I've got to have a tidy up a minute. While I was away, you had Mark Smith Day on Wednesday, where you, in the morning, Mark worked on your gorgeous chips and nuggets. Well, this would work perfectly with it. Kunzite small nuggets, 330 carats. 6x4 to 12x8 millimetres. Just the most lovely tone and saturation to work with when you're thinking about those frosted pinks, those frosted lilacs.
that'd be nice again with, you know, Gem's little tree, wouldn't it? But
Definitely.
different, you know.
All on Enhance and Natural from the Minas Gerais region of Brazil. Now, when we think about that, just look at that double length strand that you're getting as well. Normally our strand length's kind of about here. You've got more than double that strand length.
Be nice with the shell pearl that you've got next.
It would
Nice.
indeed. Yeah. That'd be really lovely.
Wow, that's an
All
incredible
natural.
price, isn't it?
I just think when you're seeing Kunzite full stop and you're getting those frosted lilacs, those frosted pinks, those delicate pastel colours, when you're seeing colour in Kunzite that hasn't been irradiated, it really does come into its own. The majority of the world's Kunzite is either irradiated or heat treated. Now, they're industry standard treatments for this gemstone, for this family of gemstone, for the spodumene family. But when you're getting it natural, unenhanced, and totally untreated, that's exciting.
And that as well would be nice.
Oh, yeah.
Would be lovely.
Lena says, did I hear right that you've got the crinkle tool on tonight's show? I am desperate for it. Helena, yeah, we have indeed. I'm just going to pick that up again and just bring it, what Claire was just showing us. That would work beautifully, wouldn't it? Definitely would work. Great idea. Really beautiful. Make sure you're holding those lines well done. We can indeed. It's not often we see these size of rounds. It really isn't. Two-tone lapis lazuli. So it looks as if you're getting almost like a mixture of malachite and lapis lazuli in these rounds. But what we've done is we've taken the lapis lazuli and then we just kind of gently enhanced it with this green vividness. They look like mini planet Earth. Who watched Planet Earth with just the most amazing footage? We recorded it while we were away. We watched the first episode last time when we got back.
It's amazing.
Blue Planet. The opening shot of the wave in the sea, we were like this. It's amazing. Now, can I just say, you've just said exactly what my husband said last night, Ben. The praising of Sir David Attenborough is going on right now, and quite rightly so. Quite rightly so. We should indeed admire him, he's amazing. But they do look like mini planet Earths, don't they?
I'd
From a
be tempted.
satellite.
Do you remember very early on we had those magnetic glass, didn't we? I think I'd be tempted to put them with those.
It literally looks like the world.
It does, doesn't it?
Look
Yeah.
at this. Look at this. Look,
Really
look at this one
vibrant.
here. Doesn't that look like planet Earth right there? It's amazing. Love it. Love, love, love. 40 carats of it that you're getting there, 38 centimetre strand, lapis lazuli with that enhanced, vibrant, vivid green earth colour. It's gorgeous. $4.95 on your screen. Really nice. Very, very nice to see. But it's 3mm rounds. Beck, are they 3mm or 4mm? It doesn't say on the screen. It just says mama. It just says mama, Ray. Okay. I'm going to have to go over there to measure it because this is just in inches, that's the thing. They look like 3mm. I shall have a wander. I will do that. I will do that. 1, 2. We are on a 4mm. 4mm round. 4mm. They're gorgeous, aren't they? Do make sure that you're checking out and confirming. $4.95. Huge good luck to you. Make sure you're checking that out. Well done. Which one was it next? Oh, can we do number 12? They are fabulous. Oh my goodness. Can I just say I've never seen this gemstone quite as absolutely outstanding as I'm looking at it right now. I have never seen that look that good.
That is an incredible strand.
Wow, wow, wow. We are in disbelief. We're shaking our heads in disbelief at this beauty. Now, I have ever seen kunzite look like this in... I am head over heels. Isn't that fab?
Totally with you, yeah.
Now, I've not seen tumbles. That recording doesn't do it justice at all. Now, we had some kyanite rounds from South Africa that blew my mind when it came to kyanite. I have to say, you've got your incredible kunzite from South Africa here. You have got to be kidding me. No way! 17.95. Look at the iridescing. Look at that. Oh, I need this strand in my life. That is amazing. Can you imagine? Now, the lovely Sarah Bennett that I used to work with for over 10 years works with material like this in her own collection. I'm going to take it up to my neckline just to show you, because this, I reckon if you could get 2 strands and wear double length kunzite, or work with kunzite and pearls in a long line necklace. That is beautiful. Really decent sized drill hole as well. Look at those.
So you could do a stretchy, couldn't you, with those, which would be beautiful.
Well, I've been bitten to smithereens by something. Look at that.
Oh.
Thanks, bugs in Spain. But do you know what? I was working this morning, I was teaching this morning, and when I got out of the shower, I forgot to put something on it, and it's just got worse and worse and worse. It's all right. It's all right. Oh, well, I'll put something on it when I get home. Don't you worry your pretty little head about it, Ben, but thank you. In a stretchy, look at the size of the... Please make sure you're checking out. This is a fabulous strand. Fabulous, fabulous strand. A little bit excited about those.
Yeah, beautiful.
But like, you know when you look down at something and you go, oh,
yes.
I'm going to let you set up now.
Okay, thank you
You've
very
got
much.
lots to do. I'm going to take my trolley. Thanks ever so much for keeping me company.
That is lovely.
Tea, anybody? Tea. Would you like? What would you? Go on. What would you like? What would you like? What tea would you like? Come on. I'm pushing my trolley. What would you like? What tea would you like? Go on. Go on. I've got cake. Would you like some cake? Would you? I've got a scone. Would you like? Oh, says Ben. I haven't got tea or scone. That's really weird. I like to push the trolley and sort of. Anybody want a cup of tea? Go on, have a cuppa. Right, moving on. 2. Which one, my darling? Oh, I've got it. Yes, I've got it. So, we're going to let gorgeous Claire set up for the next, because she's got big, fabulous kit for us to look at, sort of surrounding the theme of angels. Have a look at this. Now, this is, I think, probably perfect for cerulean. Now, this is a solid sterling silver, hollow, quite striking pattern pendant. I'm going to spin it around just on the reverse for you as well, so you can see. Now, it doesn't open, it's not as if it's a locket or anything like that, but if you imagine being able to pop in, just in these sections here, some of the cerulean, and then dress it with a little bit of sparkle, and we have got some gorgeous sparkle, by the way, coming up in the kits in the shape of your beautiful, your Swarovskis we got coming up for you in the angel kits coming up. Heavenly angels, I should say, as well. 925 solid sterling silver for you, 3D hollow pattern pendant, 13 by 16 millimeters. Just that one there that you could use that, and you could use that as a charm and a charm bracelet, couldn't you? $4.95. Now, if you're spending $4.95 with us and you're brand new and you've never ever shopped with us before, you are then eligible to get our starter pack. Now, I don't know if it's been replenished since I've been away. Somebody Oh! It's been replenished. So there probably is. So this is your starter pack. Inside your starter pack, you've got your pliers, you've got your beading thread, you've got your monofilament, you've got your jewellery elastic. Findings kit's not in there, but you'll get one, 150-piece one. Plus DVD, project cards, how to get started, all of that is in here, and you get that for free. If you're brand new, you've never ever shopped with us before, and you're spending £4.95 with us or above, which you are, of course, with us at £4.95 here. Please do make sure you're checking out and confirming as soon as you can. It is solid sterling silver. It's 1.4 grams of solid sterling silver for you. Do make sure that you are checking out and confirming. Well done. Moving on to... Yeah, these are lovely, actually. Really stunning soft tones. I've got to say, the pinks on this are amazing. So what you've got going through, I'm just double checking. So we start... If we start in the centre here, and then move on out, you've got morganites and aquamarines running through this entire strand. Now they're 4mm rounds. 4mm rounds that you're getting here. That is such a pretty pink, isn't it? Really, really pretty pink colour. 40 carats, unenhanced, natural moments of aquamarine, morganites, heliodor, and little hints at emerald. They're all the Beryl family members, and you've got such a gorgeous look. Now, what I will say, how many strands did you say we've got left, darling? 25. Becky said we've got 25 strands left in stock, and they're going, oh my goodness me, £10.95. Now I've got to say, it is a very, very pretty strand. A really, really pretty one. You can see, look at how wonderful those colours are. If you've got maybe, you know, somebody who is giving birth very, very soon, on the run up to Christmas, baby girls, baby boys that you've got there, you can pick up those gorgeous colours, drop a head pin through there and use them as a beautiful charm, perhaps on a bracelet. You've got so many different options, but of course as well, it just works so beautifully on your elastic stretchy. It really, really does. You can see straight away how beautifully simple that's going to look on a double strand stretchy. Beautiful, just baby pinks, soft pastel blues, last 25 strands, that's it. When they're gone, they're gone. Make sure you're holding those lines. Good luck. Going to move on then to, they're lovely. Have a look at these. Now these are really deep opals. Now you've got stunning pearl, well, not pearlescence, opalescence, a real lovely buffed, glossy look with it. Look at those. Looks like blue satin, doesn't it? Or blue silk, that opalescence. Really lovely. No play of colour with these, because of course what you've got is that solid body of colour. Slight graduation from 4 to 8mm, 18 centimetre strand. £6.95, all natural, all enhanced, no dyeing, nothing like that. They are all natural. Now the majority of coloured opal from Africa comes out of Madagascar. You can get a little bit of pink out of there, you can get a little bit of almost like a lemon green tone, almost kind of like a very, very pale light khaki colour, a little bit of sort of like gold green. But these by far the most sought after, these tones, these wonderful pastel blues, and they are very, very soft and inviting and calm, aren't they? £6.95 on your screen. Do make sure that you're checking out. I'm going to bring you in another squeeze of one in. That's what was inside there. There we go. Okay. So this, as you see on the outside, has got a strip of Velcro running through. Okay, and you have almost like a, and you've also got one on the inside as well there. But you buy, of course, you can get almost like a book which this kind of sits in to display all of your different beads. Now, we've had so many different ways of storing gemstones, strands, beads. I've got to say, I think that this is a great way. For your strands, look at the way in which you can sit the strands and weave them so that they sit beautifully. So they sit beautifully and you don't, or your chains, for example. So these are the Velcro inserts. So here is, if you've got the main, oh, it looks like a little satchel, I quite like it. Remember satchels? So this is your Jewellery Maker, almost sort of satchel if you like, and you've got then the Velcro insert that sits on the bind in the centre. And it's a way for you to be able to, I think, to be able to take your finished pieces of jewellery, like your bracelets, for example, and your necklaces, and be able to fold them in those compartments and then display them for when you are at craft fairs and Christmas markets. It's a lovely way to keep everything clean as well, isn't it? Make sure nothing gets damaged. What's nice as well is that you're putting them all in here, nice and neatly, and then it's not being folded. It's not like you're threading it all the way through the centre and then bending it in the middle. You've got all those lovely compartments there. So I'll just show you. This would be another leaf in the book. And you can see there, $4.95 for the Velcro insert. I think that's brilliant. I think that's such a, I love how many different ways we've got for you here at Jewellery Maker to be able to, for you to be able to transport your creations and your makes. You know, when you are perhaps going to somebody's house and you're showing them different colourway gemstones, maybe you're going to be putting opals in one page, maybe you're going to be putting your tourmalines in another, maybe you're going to group it into gemstones, have your amethyst strands, to be able to present to a potential client or customer your different sort of colourways and your different gemstones, and even compartments that you could keep for your certificates of authenticity, just to sort of prove to your customers that you have got the right thing. I'm assuming, have we sold out of the actual bag itself then, Beck? Rats. Sorry, we have actually sold out of the actual bag itself. But if you've got it at home, grab the insert while you can. Grab that while you can. I think it's great. Really, really great. Let's try and squeeze in one more for you. Thank you so much, Kerry Honey, for getting that for me, love. Next we've got for you, pop that in there. Cheeky strand of labradorite. It's lovely. Very nice. Okay, so difficult to see the labradorescence that you're going to get from within this strand. But with the black background, that looks great, doesn't it? 105 carats of plain 6mm labradorite rounds. 37cm strand. I love the fact that there's no graduation on this strand, it's just pure 6mm rounds. When do we ever get a chance to see labradorite to be able to use it in a stretchy with no graduation? Like hardly ever. Really, really nice to see it. Really nice to see it. We very, very, very rarely get a chance to see labradorite that isn't perhaps graduated, or perhaps maybe faceted and graduated, rondelled and graduated. It's really nice to see, isn't it? $8.95 on your screen. You can see that labradorescence kicking out as soon as the light hits them. $8.95, all natural, all 100% natural and untreated phenomena gemstones. That's what we love about the labradorite, is it's part of the family of the phenomena of gemstones. It's one of the most exciting, actually, really, really is. $8.95, 0800 644 655, jewellerymaker.com, of course. Download the app from the App Store and Google Play. 30-day money-back guarantee with absolutely everything with us, and £2.95 for the entire day's shipping and handling. Now then, please do make sure you're staying with us. We've got to last 60 minutes with you. Now don't forget, we've got the fabulous Swarovski beautiful pink heart pendant coming up for you in 45 minutes time. But before that, we've got time with Claire to bring you our beautiful masterclass on angels as part of our Christmas market theme coming up next.
Buying from Jewellery Maker couldn't be easier. When we bring an item to you, all the graphics come on screen, and this gives you all the information that you will need to know, from the item code to the product description with all of the key information. Then the price comes on, and whether you join at the beginning or at the end of the offer, everyone pays the final on-screen price. So, when you see an item that you would like to buy, simply pick up the phone and dial our free phone number, and you'll get through to our UK-based call centre. Alternatively, you can join us at www.JewelleryMaker.com and start your jewellery making journey today. Jewellery Maker, the one-stop shop for all your jewellery making needs.
Order from us today at www.JewelleryMaker.com.
Welcome to Jewellery Maker. We are part of the Immediate Media family. Immediate Media is a fast-growing multimedia platform company who operates some of the most loved brands across the UK. Our brands range from our other shopping TV channel, The Sewing Quarter, to our very successful magazines, such as Simply Knitting, Molly Makes, and the Radio Times. We work incredibly hard to inspire you and bring you lots of exciting ideas and projects. So whatever your creative needs, you know that our crafting family will be there for you. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
Owning a strand of genuine gemstones is always exciting, but being able to use it in your handcrafted jewellery, then passing it on to its new owner with proof of its authenticity is even more incredible. Why not add one of our printed authenticity cards to your order and share that same feeling with your customers? You can also access online authenticity certificates for items you have previously ordered by looking at your order history on your account details. The certificate gives you valuable information about your purchase and is your guarantee of quality and peace of mind from Jewellery Maker.
It's easy to stay in touch with Jewellery Maker. You can like our Facebook page and join a community of over 65,000 people. You can follow us on Twitter and tweet us your messages and opinions, send photos of your designs and enter our Wall of Fame competition. Or if you need any help or advice, you can email our friendly help team. Make sure to get involved and stay up to date with Jewellery Maker.
If for any reason you're not satisfied with your purchase, you have the benefit of our 30-day money-back guarantee.
Welcome back. Phenomenal kits to go through with you, but as ever, please, let's look last hour of the late show and of course the Jewellery Maker Christmas Market Day. I do want us to have a look at the jewellery that Claire has made that we're going to be looking at in a matter of moments. And for those of you waiting, the wire crinkling tour is still to come. But let's have a look. So we've got your angels as your theme. We're going to be looking at
the wire crinkling tool, of course, as one of the aspects of this. But let's have a look. I love, Claire and I were talking earlier as well. My mum and I have this thing that every Christmas for years and years, you know, I've told you this many, many times, we're obsessed with seeing single white feathers as a sign that somebody are sort of, you know, are sort of protective, if you like, our guardian angels looking over our shoulder, and also a sign that somebody's watching your angels. So my mum and I, for years and years, have given each other a Christmas angel of some description as a Christmas decoration. And I was like, this one, I think, as a larger size Christmas decoration as well. I adore this, Claire. It's beautiful. It's so cute. Yeah, really pretty. Really pretty. And then, of course, you've done your kind of, not your signature, but you've done your signature sort of skill, which is your wire writing, which is fab. Fab, fab, fab. And then, sort of, totally other side then, something really glamorous and really, really beautifully pearlescent. The way that you've used the shell pearls in this particular piece.
The shell pearls are beautiful, really lovely. Really, really lovely. Isn't it? And you know, as we said before, it's really lovely to have, because they're so uniform. You know, that's the beauty with the shell pearl.
That's a wedding piece. That's a winter wedding, isn't it? That's mother of the bride or mother of the groom. It is a, you know, a really beautiful. It doesn't have to just be obviously for Christmas market.
No, it's anything, isn't it? Yeah, anything at all. And you know, and the way the little rosary links are done there, so you could take that and, you know, have that and just have those little bits if you didn't want to, like the centre section. So yeah.
So what are you going to be demoing for us before I start going through the kits?
I thought I'd do one of the little angels, so probably the one nearest to you.
Yeah.
And we can, because you can sort of like mix and match them as well.
Yeah,
so.
Great. And you're going to show us as well, aren't you, how to use the wire crinkling tool as well?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go through the different colourways for you then, because there are three, again, as with our first kit, what we've got for you is exactly the same, replicated, but in different colourways. So we're starting with the kit that Claire has worked with, which contains those uniform, massive, massive, massive shell pearls here. They are enormous, aren't they? Really are. These are 10mm. Ivory shell pearl plain rounds, 38cm strand. Pearlescence, uniformity, perfection of size. Then we've got for you the sparkle element. See, they're just on cue when you need us, see? Swarovski crystal Aurora Borealis bicones, 3mm. And again, really just establishing that normally, outside of your kits, you get them in a 12, 12 pack or 24. 48 in this one, 48, and these are 3mm Aurora Borealis crystal bicones, 48 in the pack. So you've got those as your kind of your sort of, if you like, your detail, but you've then got your 1mm of your pearl coppered wire. Now remember, we were talking about the popularity of the pearl coppered wire. So this is your pearl colour copper wire, 10mm of the 10 metres of the 1mm. I'll get it right one day, I promise. Then you're getting your 0.6 of your 10 metre and your 0.4 of your 10 metre as well. So 1mm in the 10 metres, then two 10 metre lengths of 0.4 and 0.6, okay? So you're getting the same components but in different colourways. Price about to kick in on your screen. It's so good.
Wow.
It's so good.
Goodness me.
Isn't it fab?
That's brilliant, yeah.
Absolutely fab. I love the fact that we've got that under £15. You think about how shell pearl heavy that necklace piece that you've made. I know not just the angels, but the actual, the piece that kind of, you know, goes outside of the kind of the festive period. $14.95, you get your money back and then some. Amazing value, isn't it?
Yeah, it was really, really good. Really good.
Fab. That is colourway number 1. This is Heavenly Angels. We're then going to move on to colourway number 2 for Heavenly Angels,
Which brings us to, and they are a beautiful colour, and I did kind of hint at them earlier. We had a look at them when we were looking at the kunzite nuggets. These soft pink, beautiful colours in this particular colourway of the kit. And again, Heavenly Angels again, but you just got to look at the colours of they are beautiful. These are vintage rose colour shell pearls with your Aurora Borealis Swarovski bicones 3mm 48 in the pack. So again, the first two kits have the same colourway Aurora Borealis 3mm crystals. Then though, you've got the wire, the rose gold colour, silver plated round wire. You've got your 0.4 in the 10 metre, your 0.8, and of course you've then got 4 metres of the 1mm in this one. Now, please check it out. I haven't seen this colourway wire for ages. $14.95. I love that we can match those prices.
Absolutely brilliant, yeah.
Isn't it? Outstanding. All that sparkle from it. And again, you don't need a massive amount of the Aurora Borealis sparkle in this, do you?
No, because they're like powder, don't they?
They really do. The different texture that you get from the Swarovski crystals and the smoothness and the pearlescence that you get from the shell pearls, they're so contrasting that neither of them has to fight for the attention. They're both getting as much attention, aren't they? They are gorgeous. Do make sure you're checking out, because we're going to then move on to the final colourway, which are your champagne colours. And that contains as well, and such clever kit combination colours, because you've got the beautiful soft champagne pearls, the shell pearls, and then what do they go and do? Our kit team, they go and put it with the beautiful golden shadow bicones. Yeah, look at that gorgeous Christmas colourway. You've got your 10mm shell pearls in that soft champagne gold. You've got the beautiful 38 centimetres of that jam-packed. So that means you're approximately 38 to 39 of those shell pearls just on the strand alone. And then you've got the golden shadow Swarovski crystal bicones, all matching that price. Of course, with your wire, you're getting your 10 metres of your 1mm, you're getting 10 metres of your 0.4, 10 metres of your 0.8, and this is in the champagne gold colourway. It is a gorgeous colourway as well, isn't it?
They're wonderful. I mean, at that price, that's like stash builders, isn't it? Of like, you know, if you
definitely
for building up your stock of wire, because that's a brilliant price.
It is good. Please make sure you're coming in. We'll cycle through those different options for you. We will, of course, cycle through those options for you as Claire takes us through the demo. So keep an eye on the screen as to what it is that you want to add. And of course, let's not forget as well that we've got the crinkler tool coming up for you as well. Yeah, we have. Lots of messages saying, yay, we've been waiting for it for ages.
It's a brilliant, really, really good tool. I haven't seen it for a long time.
It's not gonna, it won't be yours just yet. It will be soon, because what we're going to do is we are going to go through how to. So, what are you going to show us first, darling?
So we'll do the little angel. The
this one.
Yes, that one there.
I'm going to just slide this one over.
So I'm going to do this. So I'm going to start with. We'll start with the little skirt. So it's a really, really nice, simple way to do it. I mean, you don't even have to, if you know, wire weaving isn't your cup of tea, you don't have to do the wings. You know, you can. So there's lots of variations. So it's really, really nice if you wanted to make lots and lots of these, because they can be quite quick, especially when you've got you know, the right gauges of wire and shell pearl and things like that all fit together beautifully. So I'm going to start off. I'm going to leave it on the reel. I'm working with the 1mm. So whether you want to use your Wags Y cone, or I'm going to use for this one the Cone-tastic one, because I want to, ideally, if I can, to keep a long tail on the top. So the only difference would be with your Wags Y cone is we're going to start from the top to the bottom, but with this one, so obviously we start at the bottom and work our way up. So I'm just going to pop that through the hole that's there, and I'm just going to start to wind that through. So you're going to get different looks depending on how much tension you put on the wire. So if I was sort of like going to ease up a little bit, that would mean that, can you see already like the sort of gaps starting to form? Now again, that would just be a different look to it. So you know, whether you wanted it so that it's very, very, so you're going to pull really taut on the wire here, and so you've got, it's much more compressed, or you just ease up and it's sort of a bit more open.
Yeah.
So this would be, again, a way if you wanted to do your, you know, you could do your Christmas trees like this as well. You're just creating that cone. So what I'm going to do is just going to keep going and working my way until I get to fairly near the top. So I'm not cutting anything off the reel. I'm just going to keep going until this, and this is on the largest mandrel.
Okay.
If you wanted to, you know, different sort of like sizes of dress, so you know, you might want a little family.
A little family of angels.
So they could all be different, to work on the different mandrels. So I'm going to go to about there. So now I'm going to cut off. I'm probably going to leave another about 10 centimetres or so, but I can cut that off now. So now I can take that one off there. So I'm now going to go back in, and I'm going to snip off that bit at the bottom because it's a little bit scraggy. So we can go in and turn that in. So I'm just going to grip down here at the end and just turn that so it goes on the inside to get that out of the way.
The sheen on that wire is
wonderful,
lovely, isn't it?
Really lovely. So I'm going to have that as the front. So what I want to do, I want to bend this wire now up at a right angle. So I'm just going to come in with my chain nose pliers and just support it a little bit. So I'm just coming in, I'm going to bring that up. Try and get it, if I can, sort of fairly central. So I'm just pushing here. Just take it nice and slowly so that sort of comes a little bit more central. So we've now got somewhere that we can thread our shell pearl on. So you can already start to see how this is going to build. So you've got your little body. Yeah. So if we add in, so we'll add in the head. We'll see how this goes. And pop that on. So what you might have to do is you might have to, it's unlikely, but because I have sort of worked this a little bit, you might, you know, if you needed to ream the shell pearl, or you just straighten your wire out. So I'm just going to bring that all the way down so that it's going to sit nicely. So again, I'm just going to bring that in and just bring that down. Try and get that as straight as possible.
Okay.
So you can already see that's going to sit quite nicely, that the size of that shell pearl is going to sit nicely on there. And don't worry if you can see like mine, it's sort of dropped in ever so slightly in there. We've got a little gap, but because we give the little angel like a little ruffle collar.
A little ruffle.
Yeah, so it covers it up. So you've got your you've got that little bit. So to finish off, so we'll take that little bit. So I'm going to just cut that off there, and let's see how we go. So I'm going to pop my chain nose pliers on now. I'm going to bend, so if I show sort of from the top like that. So I'm going to just bend forward and I grip around. Now you can either do it freehand or you could work around, you know, if you've got your bail making pliers or something like that, you're just going to create a little halo on the top. Now that can be your bail if you want, or you could add a jump ring in there. So I've made the little halo. So I'm just going to turn a little loop so that I've got somewhere to hang from there.
It's already cute.
It's sweet, isn't it? But can you see? It's, once you know how it's formed, it's actually really easy. Really easy to do. So you can do. I mean, they're so fast. You could do all of your Christmas decorations, couldn't you? You could hand and make them. So we've got that little section there.
Okay.
So my next little bit, I want to make some wings. So we had, if you got the
of course.
we got the
wire gizmo.
yeah, and the you know, the deluxe jig, so you could form them like
the
that.
wire jig,
Yeah.
not a gizmo, a wire jig.
But you could use your gizmo. Your gizmo would be very good. Your gizmo would be great for doing a ruffle as well. That'd be really good.
It would.
Really good. So to make the wings as well, I'm going to just start to form. So I've got my 1mm wire. I'll start to form. So I'm just creating like a little V and bring round. So I'm going to grip here. I'll show you a couple of different ways to do the wings. So I'm just going to grip like that, and I'm going to come in a little bit and bend back. So in the same way that when we built the butterfly and did the antlers, you're just going to start to bend back and create like that. So I'm going to do 3 on this side. Now, if you want to, if you're going to do the weaving in between, what I'd say is leave yourself a little bit of a gap like that, because then I can get 2 lots of my my 0.4, because I'm going to want weaving wire going across on that section, so that'll be along this top bit of that wire, and then I'm going to want to fill it in that section as well, so that will be going onto that section there. So so it's probably best to leave it for the moment like that rather than give it a good squash down. So all I'm doing is I'm just tapering the size down, so it's going to come down in that direction. And I do exactly the same on the other side, so that starts to give me the wings like that. If you don't want to have, you don't want to use all of that wire and you want to just have a more simple wing, so if we just do this version, so again we've got a smaller piece of wire, we're going to start it in the same way, and you almost create yourself almost like an infinity symbol. So I'm just going to go across there, and I'll bring that one again and bring round. So you can see, so I've gone sort of, it's got the one side like that. So on this side now, I'm going to start to coil and spiral in. So I'm just going to keep bringing that round, so that I just create detail within the wing. So you haven't got, although you're sort of filling the inside of the wing just with a spiral, so that one's probably a little bit big. So we cut that down a bit. And keep going. So I'm just going to bring it in, and that then fills
So cute.
the area
lovely.
like that.
Yeah.
And so you've got that detail there. So if we just move some of these bits out of the way. So we know if we put our components together that everything sort of is quite a good scale. Yeah. So you can see that's going to fit in like that. So what we would do, if you wanted to do the weaving, we'd start it in exactly the same way as we did before. Just get the right gauge of wire. So I'm going to take, probably to do a wing that was, that's probably about 1.5 centimetres sort of going up that way. I would probably take maybe about 50 centimetres or so, but you can always add in if you need to. So what I'd be doing, you can see, so I've lifted up that section there. So in the same way with the antlers, you're looking to do a figure of 8. So the figure of 8 is, if you had a look at the cross section, it would look like the figure 8 or like an hourglass. So I'm just going to push that in a little bit there. So I've anchored on, so a couple of wraps on the one side, so you can see how I was saying, so that's going to sit in, and that will become on this part, and then I'm going to just start to wrap and start to do the weave. Now, depending on however many you do, so I could do 3 on the one side, and because it's a fairly even shape, I can just do 3 on the other. And you can start to fill in the wings like that. And I would do so that you've got sort of 6 individual, almost like petals if you like, and start to build them up in that way. So you just take a little bit of time and you get your, so you could fill it in like that.
Helene says, this is so beautiful, Claire. You make it look so easy, although I never quite get the results I want. I love watching you though.
Ah, thank you.
Lovely
it's just, it's
message.
practice, it's, you know, it's, just stick with it and you know, use the right gauges of wire and the right tools. I think that makes a big difference. But
And
thank
also, you know, you're working with it. I mean, the jewellery that you make for us, the jewellery that you make for your commissions, the jewellery that, you know, that you're making for friends and family.
Yeah.
It is literally, you are working with it all the time. So you
Yes.
know what works, what doesn't work,
Yeah.
you know, how to correct your mistakes. So
Yeah.
again, it just comes with time, doesn't it?
Definitely, absolutely. That's totally right. So I'm just going to finish that little bit there. But you can see how quickly that's going to
Yes,
start to
lovely.
build up. So I'll just get rid of that little bit. Cut that off and get that out of the way.
Becky is cycling through the different options for you on your screen for your different colourways. Please make sure that you're checking out. Loads of you asking about the wire crinkler. It's coming. It's coming. Don't worry about it. Also, you've got less than 20 minutes to wait.
Gorgeous,
I just
isn't it?
asked Claire if she wouldn't mind putting on a quick pinch bail and a jump ring for me so that I could stop putting my fingers all over it. It's coming up for us. It is gorgeous. And it is coming up for us in less than 20 minutes time, as is our wiggler. I'm not on about you, I'm on about this. Loads of you asking about that. It's coming up, I promise.
Okay, so what I need to do now, I just want to finish this little section off here. So I've got loads left there, so I'm just going to trim off again to probably just under maybe about 1/2 centimetre or so. So I'm just going to curl those in and tuck them out of the way. Because remember, if you're going to, I mean, it's not such a big deal if you're going to, say, hang these on the tree, but if you're going to put them on, because lots of people, you know, if you have a look, the people do earrings and things, don't they, with little angels or little pins as well. It's very popular. So you just want to make sure that any of those sharp ends are out of the way. And don't forget as well, if you do weave in those sections, so that's going to be a lot firmer. The other effect you could do is you could, you know, with your hammer and block, you could
Texturise. Yep, okay.
So again, so we're going to just have a little look and see how they're going to fit together. So we've got that little section there. So I know they fit together nicely, and I know I've got the ends tucked away. So what I can do is, I'm going to take some of my 0.6, and I'm just going to bring that in. Now I'm going to start to just have a look and thread some on. We'll see how many we get. So I'm going to let that drop. Let's see how we're looking there. So I'm going to start to form. So I've got 5 on there. So we'll see how that's going to sit. So this is going to be the front. So we've got our little loop at the back. But you can see, so by adding those in, it's going to cover, you know, in case it's sort of like gone a little bit messy there. So I might just pop one more in, and we'll see how that balances out. Because with the nice 0.6, obviously it's like the gauge up from the 0.4, so it's still quite malleable, but slightly stronger, so it's going to hold its shape a little bit more. So let that drop down, turn it to the front, so you've got the bail at the back, and we can just start to wrap that around and bring that in. I think I've lost one off there. Let's get another one on there. Bring that on. So now I know that I've covered up that section that was a little bit messy, and I've got 2 wires now that are going at the back. So I've put the detail at the front, so I'll just lock it in place and then we'll see how that's going to look. So we've got the detail of the little ruffle at the front, and we've got now two wires that we can work with, or even at the front that way. So we can just pop now and almost like use these like a needle and thread. Just get that so it's going at the back. to anchor on our wings. So if I bring that in.
All goody, good, Claire. Thank you, dolls. I will be having a go. Hello, Ray and JM team. And that's from Shazza.
Oh, lovely
Shazza, evening, darling. Thank you very, very much indeed. Yeah, I really am thinking of a slight. What could I use? Obviously, if I go bigger, though, I won't be able to use a shell pearl head. So I'd need to have a think about what we could use as the head.
Well, you could, you could, if it not jewellery, but I mean, you could use, you know, like you can get quite reasonable, like silver baubles and things, can't you? or yes, you could use that.
Thanks, Ben.
Might be a bit creepy.
Big bauble. Huge. No, we're not talking about those baubles. So,
so all you need to do is you just go around a few times and bring in through. So if we keep going in there, and you've got a nice little area at the back there that you can just tuck in and tuck any of those ends away. So to add so you've essentially got, if I just move it around a little bit. So you've got your little angel there, and so adding detail, you can just I think I've put like a little scroll on some of the wings, so you could do that. So with the crinkler tool, so that's where if you want to add in some hair. So if I pop a little bit of, so I'm going to do that one, and I'll show you how to use the tool. So you can just bind. See if we've got enough wire there. I might get another bit actually. I'm just going to bind the two together. So if I just go in like that and bind at that point, that becomes the hair that would then go on there. So you can add in as many you know, the different variations as you want. So if we have a look at the crinkler tool, so I'm going to start.
Now you had, just before we, in the first kit, in the 3D antler necklace that we had. Have we got that, guys? Is that possible to grab?
Yes, quite a good example, isn't it?
It's the rose gold wire colour 3D antler. If we could just, thank you so much, Ben. If I could have it, thank you. That'd be marvellous. Thanks, love. Because then you can see, so this part of the necklace, obviously we were all focusing on the stag head earlier in the first kit, because it is maze balls, quite frankly. But the way that you'd made the chain was with the crinkler tool. So it's not, as I said, not just for making sort of your hair on your angels, but it's actually
this tool is it's such a good, versatile tool. You can do if I don't know if I'll be able to. So what you can do, if you make lots of them, you can group them together, so it becomes like it's like a setting. So you can see here. So I've got two lots of the crinkler of the crinkled wire here. But if I group them all together and layer them up, it becomes a really, really lovely, strong, almost like a setting really, that you can pop your you know, pop your gemstones or your Swarovski in. It's to me, I love this tool.
It looks amazing.
I love it.
Really does. So everybody's been talking about it tonight, asking when it is coming. So it's coming now, and let's have a look at Claire using it.
So you get two different heads. So I'm going to use the pointier one. You'll get one that's almost like, so they're little cogs, and there's one that's more of a wavy shape rather than the sort of the more angular one. So you've got little posts, so they're going to go on like that. Now this little bit here, you've got, can you see, so you've got the hole and almost like the guideline there. And what you're going to do, so you're going to keep it on the reel. And what tends to happen is sometimes it'll go really, really well, or sometimes I might need a couple of goes just to start off, because until it goes through and it bites on both sides, it might want to just sort of slip out or go under. So I'm just going to start to bring that round. So you can see how that is going to create
Okay.
that really lovely, really uniform.
It is very. Otherwise, you're going in with your chain nose pliers and alternating, and you're not necessarily going to get the even.
No, and I don't think it, because we're not machines, are we? So, and what I would say, what I do is I've got loads of these because we don't see them very often.
No.
They're really good for workshops. Fabulous. So I always multi-buy whenever I see them.
Well, I've been back for 12 months. I've not seen it once. I've not even seen it used. So that goes to show that we just haven't had it in.
So you can see how that's, you know, that's sort of going all the way through. So that's with a 0.8. You can do it in a 1mm as well, because I've done it with the 1mm with the pearl wire. So it's sort of playing about really with you know, the different wires, so the different how hard the wire is.
So would you say the 1mm is the max wire that you could probably use, or because sometimes we do a 1.25?
Yeah, I would probably go with the 1mm, I think.
Okay, and the lowest gauge that you could use? Could you use your 0.2s?
Let's have a look. Well, if we go, we'll see what it looks like with the 0.4.
Okay, my lovely.
And we'll see what happens then. All you'd have to do is just need to remember it's not really going to hold. Although it will work hard in it, it's not really going to hold it. So it'd be sort of what you would use it for, really. So, but you can see there how, you know, that is going through
lovely.
so easily. Look at that. It's very satisfying, isn't it? You could just keep going and going and going.
Look, did you just want to do that now for the next 23 minutes?
It's really satisfying.
Okay, well, we're bringing the price for this very essential tool that's very satisfying. I'll say no more about that. £9.95 on your screen. 0806 444 655. We've got a message from Lena who says, yay, my PC is running slow. Called the number, got my crinkler tool, been waiting ages for it, thank you. Lena, you've been waiting all night. You're so patient, my darling, and I'm so glad you phoned the free number on your screen. I really, really am, my lovely, because that would have been an awful shame if your PC was running slow and you missed out on that. It is very, very, very popular indeed. 0800 644 655. You're doing this online, JewelleryMaker.com, and of course on the app. Please do. So you've got that lovely uniformity.
Yeah. So now, because you know, so both sides are going to be the same, because that's the very you've used a tool to get that. So you can see. So all I've done, I've cut that into two there. I'm going to take the 0.4. So this is how you would bind in the same way as the
neckline piece.
As the stag head. So I'm just going to leave a little bit of a tail here, and I've sort of married them up so that you can see, so they're forming that square or that diamond. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to bind a couple of times, and I'm not going to do it too tightly, so I want a little bit of wiggle room, but I'm going over the top. I'm going to bring that through the centre and just bring it out there. Now these ones might be a little bit small, but we've had lots of lovely different sizes. So you can, if we have a little look, so let's see, we might be able to get two actually in there. And play around, you know, because you'll get very different looks, whether you use a round in there or the bicones. I mean, that fits in really beautifully.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go back round and bind a couple of times, and again back up through the middle, and we'll bring another two on. So you can see I'm going to get lovely neat results, and almost like a honeycomb effect. So I'm just pushing that out now, so it's going to just sit in that section.
Great opportunity for a different look for channel setting.
Yeah. So you can see how that is starting to really build up there, and I can keep going and work my way all the way along. So if I just sort of start to bring in another section there. So if I was going to carry on, so just added in a third wire, but you can see how quickly that mesh almost starts to build up. So I want to try and train that wire, so it's going to go at the back. so that I can't really see it. But then what we'll do is we'll bring that round, and I'm going to turn the whole thing around. And so I'm going to add in a few more. So let's have a look. Oh, thank you.
We've just had a request in whether or not you'd be able to demonstrate the wire crinkler again before we finish the demo. Is
Absolutely.
That all right,
thank you. So I'm just going to start to take another couple of these. So now I'm going to just hold that. So it's slightly different this time because we've got a closed end, a closed sort of square or diamond here. So I'm just going to use it like a needle and thread and start to bind there. So I'm going to go 1, 2, and bring round again. So I'm just, that's it, pulling it and then going up. But you'll see how this creates this lovely mesh.
I'm thinking bangle.
It works very, very nicely.
Bet it does.
So again, just hold here. So I'm supporting it under my thumb nail there and bringing through. And you know, if you this is the beauty of that. You know, this really soft pearl wire. That you know how lovely that's.
Seems very workable.
Yes, it really is. So I've got my last 2 on there, and just let them sit in. So that one's open-ended there, so I could keep going. So you can see there, so if I hold that up there, you can see where that's sitting in. So you've got straight away a lovely
look.
really nice mesh. You can as well, before we added in any of the Swarovski detail, I could have hammered it if I wanted to make it a little bit stronger. So if we go again with the tool.
Yes, please, my lovely.
So I haven't cut it off the reel at the moment. So again, I've got the two little cogs, and I've got the guideline, so the little hole there where the wire's going in.
If I show you very, very quickly, because you've got what Claire's got here. So this is what you're getting, but you're getting 2 different styles of cog. So you're getting one that looks like the cogs that you'd get inside a watch, for example, and then one that looks as if it's, you know, you're drawing the sun, sort of with your triangular peaks rather than your rounded peaks. And you're getting 2 of each. And Claire's got both the pointed angle ones on the wheel. Okay, Ham.
So I'm just going to keep going. So what I also, because I use this a lot, I get 2 of them, and I use 2 of the ones with the handle.
Ah, okay.
Because I think if you're gonna, it's such a great technique, and I think you'll want to just keep going and going.
It's weird where they haven't put 2 handles on there anyway, to be honest with you. Let's get in touch with them, Artistic Wire.
Yeah. So that's, you know, I do sort of, you know, and at that price, it's a great, you know, it's such a good tool.
Lena, what are you going to, I've got to address this with Lena. Lena, what have you been waiting for this? What are you going to make? What are you making? Because the girls are saying, you're so excited. What are you making? We'd love to know what you're making. What do you need the crinkler for? Is it something specific? We'd love to know, wouldn't we?
See, Lena knows. She obviously does wire work, and then, you know, when you get a tool like this, it is really, really good. If you want to do like prong setting as well, because you've started to you've made sort of even bends, so you can, you know, we can go along. So I can flatten that one out. Yeah. So we've created that one, and I can bring that one through and squeeze that one together.
Claire did a bracelet using the crinkle tool like she's demoing right now, and I've wanted this tool since then, but it got sold out so quickly. I'm not being funny, looking at the hundreds of names as well. They're on the screen at this moment in time, Lena. I'm so glad you got it, because I think it will be the same situation.
Yeah, it's a brilliant, really good tool. So can you see how, so all I've done there, I can create I know I've got even prongs there because the tool did it. So I've just flattened out in between, the one in between, and squashed up there we go. So can you see how that's going to start to build around, and we know we've got lovely
sizable prongs.
Yeah.
Question:
How, because I've seen how difficult it is, obviously, but you've just shown us how easy it is with that. Just show us how, you know, time consuming it would be
what
to
I'd
make
have to
a length of
as
wire.
well is, so I don't know if I've got any here, I would be wanting to mark on my pliers so that every time that the wire goes into my pliers, that it's hitting the same spot every time.
But that means that you've got to judge, you've got to see that and make sure that you're getting it every time.
The stress that I'm putting on my hands, you know, it's doable, but it's not going to be anywhere near as good as
quick.
the tool. No, and you know, why would you really? Because for less than £10, you've got something that's going to do it, you know, do a really, really good job, and you can use it in so many different ways, different techniques, you know, because making prongs is you want it to look uniform, you know, you want it to look as neat as possible. So yeah, I mean, it's just, you know, it's a wonderful, wonderful tool, really, really wonderful, and you can, you know, there's nothing stopping you. You can build this up to be as thick as you want, but that's a really lovely, lovely look.
Lovely, and that's without even texturizing the wire.
Yeah.
Listen, we've got 19 of these left in the warehouse. That is it, and 32 in baskets. That's not enough to go around. So you are going to, and if people are taking Claire's advice and multi-buying, which they are, there are definitely not enough to go around. So if you've got this left in your basket, if you've not checked it out as yet, and you're thinking to yourself, oh, I'll check it out in a minute, it'll be fine, it won't be. It will sell out. Like Lena was saying, when Claire last did a bracelet using this technique, sold out, gone. This is just Claire demoing the different kind of techniques that you can use this for, and I'm sure there's a hell of a lot more out there as well. Check it out. We haven't had it in stock for ages. Take Lena's word for it. We haven't had it for ages. Lena knows. We haven't had it for ages. Thanks for getting in touch tonight, Lena. Great, absolutely brilliant, and you can see how usable it is. Be interesting to see that different sort of cog as well, just to see kind of what that pattern does.
Should we have a look at this?
Please, yeah.
Take this off and have a little look.
So when it comes to you, the base plate has got the 2 steel pins in it.
Yeah, and then you've got the...
And then you attach the wheels to it, yeah?
So
okay.
Making a right mess tonight.
Well, there's lots to demo, my lovely.
So let's see as well. We've been really lucky actually that it's how it's kept. Can you see? So that's
So on that
jumped
first
out a bit.
instance,
I'll tell you what. Let's work with the. I'm going to go with the 0.6. So again, so we'll go through the. And let's see how we go now. So we've got
so slightly sort of round peak, which if you were channel setting round stones or round Swarovskis or round gemstones, sort of a 4 mil perhaps, or a 3 mil, it would just nestle in there perfectly, wouldn't it?
So if I just bring that out now, so let's have a look. So yeah, so you've got, that's a lot more...
Smoother edge.
Really nice.
Yeah, lovely.
You could do your flowers as well with those, couldn't you?
Yep.
So again, if we just have a little look, and so if I cut them down to size and see how they're going to sit when they're next to each other as the base, in the same way we did with the other one. So you can see, if I add them together like that, so yeah, exactly how you said you're going to be able to do your rounds. It's going to be a much more rounded shape.
Almost like a sort of cheats bezel set.
Yes, yeah.
Lovely idea.
It'd be nice for a ring as well, wouldn't it? Going across like that.
Got all those rondelles going in there. I can see it happening.
Yeah.
Fab, fab, fab. Thank you so much, my lovely.
You're very welcome.
Really, really appreciate it, and for bringing in such just amazing designs. I am going to just drop this lovely little angel over here. So thank you so much for putting the bail and the jump ring on there as well.
Oh, you're very welcome. It's very simple. Very simple.
I can hold this because we are going to bring you your showstopper. Please make sure you join us for this. So many of you have been waiting for it. There wasn't enough to be able to put enough on there for pre-order for you. That just wasn't going to be able to happen. But we're going to bring you the Swarovski showstopper next. So, can I just...
Do you want some of
You're a
those?
star. Thanks, darling. That's exactly what I was looking for. I was thinking my tweezers aren't here. So, this is... It's a really substantial, beautiful pendant. It is not a little charm. It's a pendant. A bag charm, perhaps, but it is, without a doubt, I mean, it's a substantial look, isn't it? This is your pink Swarovski Devoted to You heart.
It's a nice name, isn't it?
It is, isn't it? They're doing a reunion concert, you know.
Are they? What?
Travolta
are
and
they?
John.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yep, in London. Very exciting. Next year. It's many, many, many years. I think it's something like 30 years next year, isn't it?
Gosh.
So it could be 40 years. 78 it came out. 88,
Oh, that's
98.
40 then, isn't it?
That's 40 years. How am I even thinking about that? I know it is because it came out the month of my birth when I was born, and I'm 40 in February, so, you know, there we go. The reason I say it is because, of course, it's devoted to you. From, of course, the movie Grease, not named after that, but just coincidence. Love the colour of this. Love the facets. Love the beautiful side profile as well. It is beautiful. 36 by 29 millimeters. Absolutely gorgeous. Full on Swarovski pinks. They are gorgeous. It's a big Swarovski heart pendant. Now, if you were to look and see, if you were going into a Swarovski shop and buying a piece of jewellery with this finished, you would be amazed at how high the price is. We're going to give you the chance to grab hold of this. And I've got to say as well, you know, when you're looking at something like this and you are thinking about key rings and bag charms, to gift somebody a Swarovski big, beautiful heart when it comes to the big brand name that you're investing in here, and it is a massive brand name, you know, it's so incredibly popular. But you think about that jaunty heart as well, you think about the shape on it, it looks fab, doesn't it? Absolutely fab.
Can I try that around the
Please,
edge? Because I'm just
please
thinking
go.
with the... So all I've done there is, you know how I'd made the prongs on the one side? So all
Yeah.
I've done is just taken and done, sort of matched it up.
Yeah.
But just thinking about, because there's so many different ways of setting.
Yeah, I
so
just
you could
needed to not to have my fingers on it.
to bind, you know, you could bind around. So again with your, but then you can make it almost like cage it, because you've got those lovely, you know, the lovely edges to bring that round.
And it's deep as well. It's got a lovely depth to it.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I'm going to take this off there. I'm going to pass that over to you so you can do that while we are bringing this to everybody at home. And so you get a chance to see. It's almost like sort of prong setting it.
Yeah,
almost, isn't it?
But sort of like from the both, so that you could still keep it as, so you'd be sort of following around and going round the edges.
Yeah.
Around the edges there. So I'll bind down exactly the same way, just hand coil all the way down. But then you've still got the light coming through.
Yeah, you have,
So that's a
indeed.
nice...
Then you'd push those prongs over it so that it would hold it in place.
Yeah. It almost looks like it'd be like stitched, doesn't it? You know, like, have you seen those
Yeah.
those designs where they've almost made, you know,
Almost like it's
stitched
zipped up
yes,
as well.
yeah. And that you'd be able to follow it very, very easily because you've got a really nice thick.
It has got a lovely...
Thick
I'm
edge there.
surprised at that. When I first saw it...
I've really
'cause
dirtied
obviously
it now.
When we first saw it, it was on the computer screen. And obviously when you're looking at it on a computer screen, it just looks like a sort of, you know, a sort of a flat... You know, almost like we had in the kits earlier. Thank you, sweetheart. We had the... we had those Swarovski drop hearts. They didn't have a drill hole, but they were quite narrow. This is not like that at all. This has got a really substantial look to it. Just pop that in there. There we go. Thanks for cleaning that. I think on a long chain, this just walks out of the door.
Yeah.
I think if you were popping, and all Claire has done is popped a pinch bail and made, so literally those two components made out of the champagne gold wire, pinch bail plus a jump ring. Then if you can imagine being able to maybe rosary link a chain out of that champagne gold wire and create a long line necklace on that.
Beautiful.
That, I can only imagine what someone's willing to pay for it, and it's going to be a heck of a lot more, I reckon, than the price you're about to see on your screen. $14.95. It's gorgeous, isn't it?
It is, yeah. It is. Stunning. It's a lovely colour.
Really, really lovely. I love the big fancy facets on it. I love the polish. I love the clarity. I love the gorgeous dusky roses, the light roses, the fire that's coming out of it as well on certain angles is gorgeous. $14.95. Very, very last of stock on this one. It's been on once. Massively popular, as I'm sure you can imagine. And how many do we have left? About 30 left. About 30 left. I think when you're gifting somebody genuine Swarovski for Christmas, I think with a chain or just like this, and you know, maybe even with a key ring charm on, I just think that is gorgeous.
It is, but equally, when I've worked with them and had a lot more and a quite heavy, intricate wire work around it, because it's big, and it absolutely takes it. So it's very versatile. You can just leave it as it is and have it very, very simple, or you could.
When you're
really
wire wrapping that, what do we do? Just out of interest, what do we do about the drill hole?
So you use the drill hole because you can get quite a few of your gauges of wire, so you use that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's good to use it. You can just get
extra support and extra. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
It is gorgeous. I love it. Question again. Sorry, I'm like, question. Excuse me. Could you put a little bit of cerulean in that, and then put another little bit of crystally gorgeousness in that?
Yeah, absolutely. You could. Yeah, that'd be lovely. Yeah.
Okay.
I think you need to
I'm
have a good
intrigued with
play
the cerulean.
with the cerulean. Yeah.
I think
you'll really like
I think we need more cerulean on the late show.
Definitely.
I think we definitely need more cerulean in. I need to learn more about this. I find it fascinating. You don't have to put it in an oven. You just leave it.
No, you can just leave it. You can just leave it.
I find that amazing.
Yeah.
Speaking of some cheeky cerulean, I think these would work amazingly with this. Look at these.
Oh, I love these.
They're fab, aren't they?
Yeah, that is just a perfect, isn't it? Perfect little heart shape.
Now I'm just going to see if I can pick one of these up in the tweezers. Probably not. Yeah. They are gorge. Now that's what I would want it, because this is such a hot pink colour. Oh, well done, I tell you what. Don't need me here.
Quick.
She's like, quick.
There we are.
Absolutely gorge.
They're beautiful, aren't they?
Absolutely.
And I would. You're totally right. I would put that with the other hearts.
Well, I know that's got a little bit more of a vivid colour, but do you know what I mean? As in, if you were putting...
That's lovely. Really lovely.
It is a love. Look at them dance. Look at that colour. Reminds me of the best pink sapphire or a mystic pink topaz. Really, really lovely. Now, you could use these, I'm assuming, in the cerulean. Absolutely no problem whatsoever.
Totally. Yeah, absolutely. Totally. Yeah. Very, very easy.
21 left in the warehouse. 21 left. That is all we've got left. 21 little sets of them at $3.95 for your sets of Swarovski pink hearts. Really, really lovely. And I think if you are somebody that works with cerulean, and I'm definitely going to push for a cerulean show, I think, ASAP, because I think that we need definitely I need to see. I find it fascinating. We don't have to cure it necessarily in an oven. There's no heat involved here, and it just holds those Swarovskis in place.
Yeah. And it's very, very strong, massive, massively strong. It's a brilliant medium. I'm gonna ask if I can do it with you. So see if you can. Yeah, it'd be really good.
Let's do that. I like that plan. Listen, thank you so much for all your hard work.
Thanks for having me. It's been lovely to work with you again.
It's been gorgeous having you. It really, really is. And working your little tushy off, quite frankly. You haven't let us stop all night. I've stood here. I'm not going for a breather. She's up for air. Thank you to the team, and thank you to you tonight as well. It's been lovely having your company. So glad you got the wire crinkler as well. Really, really delighted for you. So many of you there. Listen, I will be back with you on Friday now. Have a cracking few days. When are you back with us?
Thursday morning.
Thursday morning. Till then, we'll see you at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. No stand.
Buying from Jewellery Maker couldn't be easier. When we bring an item to you, all the graphics come on screen, and this gives you all the information that you will need to know, from the item code to the product